formation. Nick Hayes is their goalkeeper. They're back four. We think it's Matty Daly playing at left back. Then it's Maxim Coogan, the former York City defender, alongside Rhys McNally, and Jay Ben coming in at right back. In midfield, Nathan Sherrin, Jack Hunter and Jamie Miley, and then Charman off the left, Campbell off the right, with Alex Reid, the former Wealdstone striker, through the centre. On the bench for the away team, Adam Smith, Gavin Holohan, Nathan Ferguson, Danny Johnson, Sam Falarin, Pharrell Brown and Charlie Caton, one of those players who they've just signed this afternoon on loan from Accrington Stanley. You heard the referee's whistle in the background. The game is underway. Hartlepool kicking towards the south stand and have put the ball into touch right in front of us here, so that'll be a York City throwing on this near side. Down the line it goes. And Coogan comes across and completely slices that clearance into touch. Let me bring in former York City striker Ian Dunn.
Yeah, I mean, look at the atmosphere. It's fantastic. There's people still coming in, David. The atmosphere is boiling hot in this place, and it's lovely to see. I know the team have done well. Josh Stones now gives you an air of confidence, doesn't he? Having up front there with Ollie Pearce. Fantastic partnership they're developing.
Certainly does. Into midfield it goes from Hartlepool from the throw-in. Hunt comes across and puts that into touch, and it takes a little nick off the Hartlepool man. Appeals from both Maynard and Alves in the York City bench. The referee agrees with him. The referee this evening, Declan Brown, and City will have a throw-in on halfway that Jeff King will eventually take. To straight over the head of Charman there. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Left Hunt in load of space, and he's allowed to pass it out to the left-hand side to Kitchen. That was a bit bizarre from the throw-in, the way that Hunt just dropped off him. Charman was having a bit of a daydream in the centre of the park.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will continue for the rest of the evening. Boateng to the left-hand side to Newby with his gloves. Takes on his man. Gives it to Kitchen. Goes back to Boateng. Hartlepool haven't even sold out the north stand here tonight. The last couple of blocks are, virtually empty.
It's not
so
bad.
around about 760
Wednesday night though,
they'll have brought. Yeah, it's not bad, but nowhere near the 1,500 that they've brought here the last couple of years.
Yeah, because the corner was done as well, wasn't it? Filled up. It's a state of that shows where their fans' minds are at the moment.
Yeah, despite having a chance to go into the playoff positions tonight with a positive result. Harrison Mayle has the ball, comes out of his penalty, a good 30 yards outside of his penalty area in all purple. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt goes back to Johnson. You remember Harrison Mayle got the assist for the first goal in this game last season. Long punt downfield. Ollie Pearce ran onto after a misjudgment by the defence and slotted it past the goalkeeper nicely. City on the left-hand side with Newby, who's going to run in field. He's forced back to Boateng. They've got 10 men back behind the ball here. We just Reid left up on halfway. Now he gets back in behind the ball as well. I think they're going to be here to contain. That's the suggestion from our colleagues alongside us at BBC Tees. Johnson. Rochdale are winning already, I'm told.
Wow.
Lead Forest Green by 1-0.
Your prediction was right, David. You thought that would be it's looking good at the moment.
Certainly is for Rochdale, but plenty of time to go. There's a lot of panic, true. I see on social media. No need for it at the minute, I don't think. Down this right-hand side to Williams. Williams gives it to King. Back to Williams in the overlap. Can he get there? Gets a cross in. Shoulder barge at the same time. Hartlepool scuffed that clear into touch for a York City throw-in.
Williams has literally, he's like Malachi running up. He's got that ability to get beyond the right wing-back. It's phenomenal how we've got two of them now. Imagine both in the same team.
Look at the size of this towel that Jeff King's found from somewhere down that near side.
Oh, that's mine from the gym earlier.
That's absolutely huge. I've never seen a towel as big as that one. And he's dried the ball on it anyway, throws it back behind him, and he'll try and put a long throw into the box. Ends up going short to Stones, who gets his first touch of the evening. Gives it back to King. King will now swing it in. It's a deep one. Headed clear by Hartlepool. Only as far though as Newby on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Newby back to Kitchen to swing it back into the middle. Header in the centre of goal, and Johnson puts it 2 or 3 yards wide, but he got up above his man quite easily there, and it stays 0-0.
There's a lovely ball in from Kitchen again. His quality on the ball is superb as well. And Zach Johnson actually he did get up rather easily there. You might think that's half a chance.
Well, waiting for the goal kick to be taken. How was your encounter with the gladiator in the lounge back there? What's he called? Bionic. Yeah, but we're on first name terms now. Oh, yeah.
Me and Matty. Yeah.
Was that after you called him Hartlepool Town or before?
Oh, who told you? It's not like we played a town on Saturday either, is it? Nervous. I was nervous to meet this huge, lovely guy, by the way. Lovely guy, it must be said. But he is huge. Beyond huge.
Boateng, Newby caught on his heels waiting for the ball to reach him. It wasn't allowed to by the Hartlepool winger. And City get it back though and feed it back to Harrison Mayle. On the left-hand side. Over the head of Stones it goes. Picked up by Pearce. He hooks it over his shoulder looking for Joe Gray, of course, against his former club. Defender gets there first, McNally's backed into a corner here. He's got nowhere to go, Rhys McNally. Is it round the corner? And he's done well now, the Hartlepool man. He keeps that in play and skips past Jeff King. Up towards Charman on halfway. He lays it off in field to Miley. Now this gone forward. This is a nice ball around the back on this left-hand side for Daly in the penalty area. Gets a cross in. Kitchen's there in the centre of the 6-yard box. Wasn't the greatest cross in actually from Daly. And now City are going to win it back through Alex Hunt.
Yeah.
Hunt is tackled by Sharon. Sharon gives it back to Charman into the penalty area left-hand side. They've got men forward here, Hartlepool. Doesn't really know what to do. Gets caught and tackled in the box by Hunt. And City will now come away with it with Jeff King. Just a lack of ideas up front. And maybe that's why Hartlepool United supporters have been frustrated with their team in recent weeks, because they got themselves into a decent position there, Ian, but then didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, and for a moment I thought, my word, his feet look magical, and then you realise that his feet were just going 10 to the dozen and almost tripped over the ball. That's probably why we're in the National League.
So McNally takes the throw in. Former Kidderminster Harriers man. And they send it all the way across to the far side. And the goalkeeper has it, and he clears downfield first time. Looking for Reid. He's beaten to that in the air by Johnson. His header finds Gray. Gray goes back to King. King to Johnson on the edge of it, to Williams, sorry, on the edge of his penalty area, and once again he gives it to Harrison Mayle. Nicky Featherstone on the edge of that technical area. Beneath us, new assistant manager, you know him, don't you? The new assistant.
Yeah, I played against. I think he was at Middlesbrough, Gary Liddell. Sorry, I'm aware of who he is and where he's come from. I think he was Whitby Town's. He was involved with Whitby Town recently, and of course, where one of our players is on loan at the moment, Ben Farrer.
They're sitting off City so much here when they have the ball at the back that Harrison Mayle has been able to again come 30 yards outside his penalty area with the ball at his feet. Not seeing him be able to get upfield so much. Stones gives Coogan the run around in the penalty area. Almost got round him there. Did brilliantly, Stones. King will win a corner kick for York City. He had has it gone behind? No, it hasn't gone behind. He keeps it in play. Coogan, wow.
That was Josh Stones in doing everything that Josh Stones does. Just too strong. And we know Coogan's a big, strong lad. My word, he was brushed off there like...
completely shrugged off it. And then City win the tackle on the far side. It's gone into touch. Who's that gone off last? The assistant on that far side decides it's a red shirt. And it's a throw-in to the away team. They take it back to Coogan. He'll send it across to McNally. McNally into midfield. I think they've gone to a 3 now at the back here of Hartlepool. With McNally playing on the left-hand side. Coogan in the centre. I'm trying to see who that is on the far side. That might be Jack Hunter, actually, who's playing at the right-hand side. I'll come back onto that in a second. Mayle again has it. Downfield, over the top. Stones is in around the bow. He's flagged offside as he tries to lob the goalkeeper. One long ball again down the centre of the field, round the back of Coogan, reminiscent of what happened here last year, but he was offside with Stones and the flag goes up.
I'm liking how this team's progressing, David. A couple of months ago we were talking about they keep the ball, they move defenders around. They have definitely brought in a level of directness, which is not only surprising teams, it's hurting them as well, because they don't know how to play against Josh Stones when he's getting that good delivery through the middle.
So it definitely is. Jack Hunter, normally a central midfielder, who's playing as the right hand side of the centre backs. Coogan played the left centre back in a 4 on last Saturday. He's now playing in the centre of a 3. McNally played on the right hand played at right back. He's playing on the left hand side of a 3. It is all change for Hartlepool, and that cannot be easy.
No, it's you can see the management team down there. Is it Nicky Featherstone, isn't it? Of course. Yeah. He's still tried to sign him when he was at York. Yeah. But he's still feeling his way in management as well. So this is probably a good time to be playing Hartlepool.
Back to Coogan. He'll send it across to Hunter in the centre circle, right hand side of the field. He'll lift it up down the line, and it's a good ball over the top as well. Can he keep that in play? The Hartlepool striker, he can't. He controlled it on his chest, Matty Daly, and it goes behind. That'll be a York City goal kick.
It's been a fairly even start, hasn't it? Yeah, both teams having a good go, and again, hats off to Hartlepool. They haven't come just to try and soak up a 0-0 draw. They have shown a little bit of intent, which I always think works in York's favour. And it makes for a better game, of course. Of course it does. Just waiting for the ball to get back to Harrison Mayle so City can take a goal kick. They're in no particular rush over this. So coming up to 10 minutes gone, still goalless here on BBC Radio York. 81333 on the text. Start your message with the word York. 8000 321 333 on WhatsApp. Again, start your message with the word York at BBC York Sports.
So that early goal for Rochdale in the National League. The only one so far this evening in the 5 games. Aldershot called off about an hour before kick-off against Southend United. They've had so many games, away games, called off this season when they've actually arrived at the ground of Southend United. Thankfully for them, it's one of the shorter trips. Diasaruwe scoring in the 2nd minute, the former Hartlepool striker for Rochdale. Hartlepool have a throw-in front of us here on this near side. And it goes back to Coogan. Manchester City have taken the lead against Fulham. 7:30 kick-off in that one. Anton Semenyo with the goal. Across the right-hand side to Hunter. Hunter plays it down the line to Ben, one of those players that's come in, the former Lincoln City defender. Right back, playing in a more advanced position in this wing-back system, with Hartlepool trying to match up what York City are doing. On the left-hand side they have it. Miley, nice little ball around the corner to McNally. He's got Daly on this left-hand side, and he'll give it to Daly. Daly can run here at Williams. Into the penalty area he comes. Daly jinks one way, then the other. Hartlepool striker slips in the centre of goal. Reid, he has to get back up. That's a nice ball again to Daly. Now the ball comes in. Dangerous ball as well, and it's put behind by Morgan Williams for the first corner kick of the game.
They don't look like a team lacking in confidence, do they? Certainly when they're attacking. And I think what we were saying before the game is that, for the players, they're going to come out in here and see this as a big scalp that they can take this evening. And City are going to have to be on the toes, I think. First goal, as usual, will be crucial.
Gary Elphick can possibly hear giving the instructions. He's in charge of the defensive set plays now. The goalkeeping coach in charge of the attacking set plays. Touch tight was the latest instruction there from Elphick. So corner kick's about to be swung in from Miley, former Newcastle youngster. So to the edge of the box, no one's marked. And Chapman, who's coming onto it, and he dragged that well wide of goal. In fact, it's Danny Johnson, isn't it? Adam Campbell on that far side.
That was a good corner, though.
The small,
poorly executed
right-sided striker. It was poorly executed in the end. There's an acres of space. Started his run from deep. No one tracked him, and he volleyed across the face of goal and well wide of goal.
But it
remains.
It's a good little warning for City that, Hartlepool have got ideas in the locker. They can come up with things that could hurt us, and it's a good little wake-up call. Make sure that we're on our toes for every set piece.
Drags it well wide of goal. Looking at the replay we've got on the stream. Alex Hunt then at the back for City, goalless. 12 minutes gone. Cross to Kitchen it goes. Kitchen comes in field. Hunt gets it back. Hunt turns back towards his own goal and gives it in field to Zach Johnson. Johnson comes over halfway now down the left-hand side and finds Newby in space. Alex Newby will run at Ben. Newby's still got it at his feet. Good control, close control from him. Gives it back to Kitchen, who puts a deep cross in. Goalkeeper starts to come, then goes back. Headed clear by Hartlepool. Good tackle, one there on the edge of the box by King. But I think that's going to come over the whitewash on this near side. It does, and it goes into touch for a throw-in near the Hartlepool dugout to the away team, 0-0. Nicky Featherson just bounces the ball as he waits for McNally to wander across to take this throw-in. McNally picks it up. Eventually will take the throw-in and goes back to Coogan. Coogan on the edge of his penalty area will send it down this left-hand side. That's overhit, and that goes straight into touch for a York City throw-in now in their defensive third. Williams gets another ball off the little cone, takes it, gives it back to Mail in front of the south stand. The drum banging, you can probably hear that as well in the background. And Mail will come forward. So City trying to go 20 matches unbeaten. What's the longest unbeaten record of your career? And don't worry, there's no quiz here tonight. I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer, but we had a good spell obviously when Huddersfield Town got into the playoff final. We had some good patches throughout the season, but I'm not sure.
You never got to 20.
I don't think we got to 20. That's a heck of a, it takes some doing to go 20 games unbeaten. What are we on now? 19 before tonight?
Yep, 19 plus 1's 20.
Wow. I mean, to get to that would be, fantastic.
Certainly would. City knocking it around nicely once more at the back.
It's kind of what you got to do to, Rochdale must be similar. I don't know what their reason.
Well, they lost to Hartlepool back in December.
Of course they did.
At Accrington.
Yeah.
which is a bit of a turn up for the Bucks.
Yeah, there's a consistent run of not losing games. This is quite phenomenal so far.
Well, yeah, they only lost 3 times. Of course, here they lost, and they lost at Brackley back on the bank holiday weekend in August when they made 11 changes, including the goalkeeper.
I remember that, and I remember you questioning it. Why?
Well, if it comes down to that at the end of the season, that will be brought back up by the Rochdale supporters. But since then, you have to say Jim McNulty's hardly put a foot wrong. The nice play from City in the middle, trying to beat the press. That goes out to King. King will send it forward to Stones. Stones drops back in, does well to turn away from Miley, and will send it across to the left-hand side to Newby. Then Stones gets on his bike through the centre. Newby will come forward into the penalty area on that left-hand side. Cross comes in, headed clear by Hartlepool, picked up on the edge of the box by King with his back to goal. He gives it to Hunt, who shifts it onto his left foot, tries to get it past the on-rushing Hartlepool midfielder. He can't, and the ball rebounds kindly upfield to Alex Reid. He now sends it onto this left-hand side. Tackle comes in from Williams, who holds up Charman, does well. Oh, that's a bad tackle on the back of Jeff King from Charman. He apologises. Got to be a yellow card.
I think Charman was upset he didn't win a free kick when Williams actually put in a perfectly fine tackle, and he's reacted and caught Jeff King.
I don't think he's even going to have a book talking to. Never mind a yellow card. He is now pulling him across. Yeah. Has to be a yellow card, surely, referee.
He's not going to, you know. I think I was listening to the fourth official, but it was so close to both of them. I wonder if they're following the ball and not seeing the actual challenge, which was pretty nasty.
Well, I'm amazed that's not a yellow card. Right down his Achilles.
He's literally 10 yards away tops, the referee. They can only have been ball watching and not seeing the actual challenge, and they followed the ball leave.
It's right in front of the fourth official. Yeah, he's all mic'd up.
He's the one that should have seen it. Yeah.
Anyway, King's up. He didn't need treatment.
Little hole in his sock, maybe.
Pearce is having a word with the referee, possibly to say, why is that not a yellow card? The referee blows the whistle. Play back underway. 16 and a half minutes gone. Still goalless here at the LNER between York City and Hartlepool. That's the applause for Callum Howes now warming up in front of us. So too is Ryan Fallowfield and Dan Batty. Hunt has it on the centre spot, and he sends it out to Kitchen on the left-hand side. Kitchen, Campbell in front of him, so he comes in field and gives it to Hunt. Hunt will move it back to that left-hand side to Johnson. Now back to Hunt. Alex Hunt puts his foot on the ball once more, just slows the tempo, gives it to Williams. Now it's to Gray, pushing the back of King, and the referee spots the push. City play it forward, and Boateng had got in round the back. Referee's now apologising. He should have played advantage. That's terrible once more from the referee.
That is terrible, because it's good play from City, and you know, it's at the opposite from Saturday, where the referee did give good advantages. He let play move on before he pulled that whistle, and the referee just needed to wait, a second?
Stuart Maynard's telling the fourth official, and he's spot on, is Stuart Maynard. Yeah. Shocking officiating.
Just give yourself a second to process it and let the game play. You can always bring it back. And he's just cost City there because they were in.
King and Boateng over the ball. King will swing it in right-footed, Boateng left-footed. It's going to be King right-footed, and it comes to the middle. Good header clear by Reid, I think it was. Shot then comes in from Newby into the goal! What a finish from 20 yards! Alex Newby into the top right-hand corner. That is a peach of a finish from the former Altrincham man. Newby gets his 11th league goal of the season. York City take the lead after 18 and a half minutes. York City 1, Hartlepool United 0.
What a strike from Alex Newby. And who questioned Ben Brooks not starting tonight? I mean, crikey, come on. This shows the manager knows what he's doing, clearly, but that is an absolute peach. He has caught that. Oh, it's gone like an arrow. Oh.
The ball bounces at his foot, and then he volleys, sort of half volleys it into the top corner.
Oh, he's caught it sweet.
I don't think I ever questioned Ben Brooks' decision, did I?
No, I did.
I can tell you one thing, Ben Brooks isn't finishing it like that.
No, not with his right foot. That shows that they've got different qualities, but that is a quality of Alex Newby. That is a strike. That's up there. That is up there. That strike is up there. He has hit that absolutely beautifully on the half volley. Ping right into the top corner. 1-0 York City. Great start.
He got the opening goal when these two sides met at Victoria Park, and he's got the opening goal again tonight at the LNER. City 1, Hartlepool 0. Game back underway. Miley goes back into the centre circle to Hunter. Across the right-hand side to Ben. Back it goes once more to Hunter. And Hunter will give it to Coogan. Stones putting him under pressure once more. Coogan gets it out of his feet in time and gives it back to his goalkeeper Nick Hayes, former Southend and Barnet man. And Solihull actually has come up against York City in the last 2 or 3 years, playing for each of those clubs. Hayes slips as he clears onto the head of Williams, and that'll be a throw in 15 yards inside the half York City defending to the away team. Daly back to McNally. Daly once more. McNally. If you're Hartlepool, though, do you just have to brush that off as one of those things? They weren't cut apart, though. It's just a great finish.
No, it divides the teams right now, but the game is in fairly even. That's
Newby's
just a great
flying
goal.
forward, though, now as he intercepts on that left-hand side again. They're getting men back at Hartlepool. Newby's still got it, just outside the penalty area on that left-hand side. Gives it back to Boateng, and then Newby's caught. That's another bad tackle, late tackle on Alex Newby.
That is a yellow card, surely. There's no need. Oh, he's up, Newby, to be fair.
Right on the edge of the penalty area. The referee again, there's 3 or 4 York City players going to talk to the referee here.
I always say, not every tackle is a card, but that, you can't just kick a player and expect to get... Oh, he's got nothing.
Well, he's not even having a talking to.
Wow.
I'll watch that again in a second. We get a perfect view of that, I think, on the stream as Newby came in field. Oh, he just comes through the back of him, does Hunter.
Crikey. I mean...
Crazy, and it comes a shot. Goalkeeper dives away to his right-hand side. I think it might have been going just wide. The goalkeeper didn't want to take a chance. Decent save once more from him, and it goes into touch, and that'll be a Hartlepool United throw in the far side of the field.
Yeah, maybe Hartlepool just showing a little bit of... a little bit too aggressive there. With there's 2 tackles there just flying in.
Yeah, Nathan Sharon, actually, number 14, who put in the tackle.
Is that any relation to Mike Sharon? Remember the Mike Sharon, the striker?
I do, yeah, it could
City?
be. Yeah, well, he started at Oldham, did Nathan Sharon, so it may well be.
Yeah.
Someone will let us know at BBC York Sport. Boateng then penalised for a high foot. I think it was just going wide, or maybe going to hit the outside of the post.
Of course, there's Jamie Miley, brother of Lewis Miley as well. So, some names in the team of Hartlepool.
Coogan then with the free kick at the back. They're going to take their time over it and leave it for Hunter to take. In fact, they're going to now leave it for the goalkeeper to take.
That's a good header from Williams there. Stone's strong, isn't he? Josh Stones.
And he is, and he's won the free kick just inside his own half. I'm told Nathan Sharon is the nephew.
Wow.
Mike Sharon.
There you go. Runs in the family. He's a heck of a player, Mike Sharon, as well.
Was.
Good career.
Hunt has to stop the ball first before he could take the free kick. Tried to take it with a moving ball and then realised he wasn't going to be allowed to do so. So just put his foot back on the ball, stopped it, and then spread it out to the left-hand side. And City work it the way back to their goalkeeper, Harrison Mayle. Hunt down the line to Williams. Williams tries sending it forward to Stones. Coogan's in front of him, though, this time. Stones is going to put pressure on him, though. Coogan goes back to his goalkeeper. He clears well. And is picked up by Miley in the centre of the park, who hooks it over the head of Boateng. Boateng doesn't give up on it, though, and does well to get there before Adam Campbell. And across the left-hand side it goes. And Kitchen now will pick up the ball. Williams. Back once more now to Johnson on the edge of his penalty area, under no pressure. Gives it to Harrison Mayle. Pearce drops into midfield. But the ball is played out to Jeff King on this right-hand side. King goes back once more to Harrison Mayle. Just waiting for some movement. Newby's pushed up high on the left-hand side here. Mayle will dink it forward, looking for Stones to bring down. He lays it off beautifully, but Pearce just can't get on the end of it. He did well to hold off Coogan there, did Stones, and Hartlepool will feed it all the way back once more to their goalkeeper, Nick Hayes. He gives it to the right-hand side to Hunter. Now Ben down the line looking for Campbell. Campbell gets a little nick on it to find Reid, and then Reid is tackled from behind, and it's Mark Kitchen that's getting a... Oh, it's Johnson, isn't it? I think on that side. Yes, it is. It's Zach Johnson, who the referee has a quiet word with as he walks past him. Manchester City 2-0 up now on Fulham. Nico O'Reilly with Manchester City's second goal. Crystal Palace also lead Burnley by a goal to nil. Jørgen Strand Larsen with his first goal since joining them in the Premier League. In the National League, just the goals here. The goal here for York City and the goal for Rochdale, the top two, continuing on their merry way in the National League. Down this left-hand side, Charman, edge of the York City penalty area, tries to feed it across, intercepted by Hunt. He gives it to Pearce, and now the break is on. Pearce swatches the play to this right-hand side, looking for Gray. McNally, all he's bothered about is pushing Gray off the ball there initially, but he does really well in the end as Reece McNally. Stones does even better, though, to come back in front of him and nick that back for York City. Now the away team do win possession back at the back. He's a handful, Josh Stones, Ian.
He really is, and he could see that Joe Gray was getting sort of bundled off the ball by McNally, and then it was almost like, well, I'm going to come in and let's have a little bit of a battle, and he came out on top. Josh Stones, so strong, just is. He's just a brute. He's a good footballer as well. He's got good technical ability.
That's a nice ball across the far side, crossfield ball from Hartlepool, but it's intercepted by Newby, who does really well, help out defensively. Then he gives the ball away on the edge of his penalty area to Campbell. Sloppy from him. Pulled back to Campbell in the box. Newby this time hasn't followed the run. Shot comes in. Good save at his near post there by Harrison Mail. Palmed out into the centre of goal, and he's fortunate it fell to a red shirt. But then that's a lax pass really from Jeff King across the face of his own penalty area. Again, straight to a white shirt. Bit sloppy the last 20 seconds from York City at the back.
Yeah, great save from Harrison Mail. Jeff King, I think they're so ingrained in to try and play out from the back, but sometimes you do need to put your foot through it, David, and that was a bit risky from Jeff King for me.
Campbell overhit cross, no one there, picked up by the corner flag by King, who will send it forward. That's not a great ball though from him, onto the head of McNally. Should have picked out Stones up. Yep. Gray there.
He's having 20 seconds. Jeff King has been superb, hasn't he, since he came back. We'll let him off for these little
blemishes. Yeah. Campbell then, far side of the field. Sharon back to Hunter. Ben infield to Miley. No one tracked him. He can spread it to this left-hand side. Brought down his chest by Daly. Daly doesn't control it, and then he's let that go. Is he into touch? Linesman says no. King's back against his corner flag, trying to get the ball away here. Jeff King looking for a foul, still not being fouled. Oh, and the referee's given him one. Well, that's not a foul. King's leaning into the defender. The defender's just stood there. That's never a foul.
He's clever, Jeff King. He's the kind of defender. Remember a couple of years ago, we get so annoyed with players that do that.
What was the referee seeing there?
I don't know.
To give a foul?
No, I'm with you. Absolutely. It's.
But what's the defender supposed to do? Just allow him to clear it down the line without standing next to him.
Exactly. But they get away with it. They always seem to get the benefit of the doubt, and yeah, it happens so often to us that you know what, you're going to accept Jeff King doing it for us.
Mail trying to steal a few yards. The referee is saying no, you can't take it from there. You need to take it closer to the corner flag. We're still going to let him take it 5 or 6 yards away. Williams does take it to Mail, who's back in his penalty area, and Mail. 27.5 minutes gone on the clock. City a goal to the good. Again, will come out of his area with the ball at his feet at walking pace. And now Hunt will try and run forward through the centre of the field, but he wasn't spotted there by Harrison Mail. Now he lays it off into midfield, straight to a white shirt on halfway. Oh, and then there's a tackle comes in on Stones off the ball. Referee doesn't give a foul.
No, it was Miley, wasn't it? Jamie Miley just seemed to catch Stones late.
Yeah.
Referee's not giving anything.
He hasn't. Good interception by Kitchen. Gives it to Gray. Kitchen has come all the way across this right-hand side. Gray running at the centre-back. Now plays it infield. Kitchen. It's overhit, though. Stones tries to make something of it. Now it's King picks it up for City on the right-hand side of the penalty area. King gives it to Gray. Gray back to King, but they've been forced wider here. King does manage to get a cross in, takes a nick off the Hartlepool man, and he goes behind for a corner kick. The goalkeeper's made an absolute mess of that as he tried to control the bouncing ball, and he puts it behind for a corner kick. City's first of the match.
Yeah, I think someone put oil on his gloves there, the keeper, because that just spilled out of his hands. It's the most easy collection that a goalkeeper
under
would want to
no pressure whatsoever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
A chance for York City to take advantage. Harrison Mail has come across here and is getting instructions off his manager Stuart Maynard. So Hiram Boateng, interestingly, is on the corner. What can he do? What's he got in his locker? City got 3 men out of the box. Hunt's pretty deep, so is King, so is Gray. Hartlepool leaving a man back on halfway. Boateng goes short to the near post to Newby, who provides the on-rushing run. Gives it back to Boateng. Boateng, and that's overhit as he looks for the back post. York City players having his shirt pulled. Hartlepool still haven't cleared it. Falls to Boateng. Oh, blocked virtually in the 6-yard box. That was heading into the bottom corner. Good defending by Hartlepool. Almost 2-0 to City.
Great
City have forced it back. to Alex Hunt.
But Boateng caught that as well as Alex Newby caught his with a goal, and it's just unfortunate the defender in the way. He's really finding his feet as well, isn't he, Boateng, this season? He's been starting to turn it on this last few weeks. Williams, under pressure from Charman, skips past him though, gives it to Ollie Pearce. Ollie Pearce, as usual, not really involved, hardly mentioned him, but give him a sniff in front of goal and we know what happens. Yeah, and that's the thing. Every opposition team knows what happens, so they have an extra eye out for Ollie Pearce, and just by virtue of them doing that, gives the likes of Stones, Newby, Gray the chance to break them down.
He's gone wide left here, as well as Ollie Pearce at the minute, with Newby down the centre.
Swap positions, and it just confused Hartlepool.
Stones on the right, they've gone to 3 at the front.
Yeah.
Mail, again, at walking pace, 15 yards, 20 yards outside his penalty area. Still deciding what to do, brings it further across this right-hand side, still foot on top of the ball. Now he tries to lay it off to himself before clearing right-footed. Flicked on by Stones, got above his defender. Coogan's going to allow this to go dead. No, he decides I'm going to control it and keep it in play, and then lays it off to the edge of his own penalty area. Puts the defender in a little bit of trouble. Coogan gets it back, gives it back to his goalkeeper. Boateng tries to charge down the clearance. He can't get there. Reid flicks it on to absolutely nobody but Morgan Williams, and City will start again from the back, leading by a goal to nil. Half an hour on the clock here at the LNER Community Stadium. That's a nice ball from Hunt to the left-hand side to Newby. He'll get on his bike down that left-hand side and come in field. Hunt is in space. The referee's blocking that space. Newby takes on the cross, looking for a deep one for Jeff King round the back. It's overhit there and goes behind for a goal kick.
Again, City showing promise in attack, trying things out, trying to get the ball into the box as quick as they can. On that occasion, Newby's just over-egged it a little bit, but it's good play. And do you expect City to carry on looking for that second goal?
Yeovil have taken the lead at Boreham Wood, who've completely fallen apart in the last 2 or 3 weeks. If they lose tonight, I think that's 5 defeats on the spin for Boreham Wood.
Yeah, they have dropped off the cliff, haven't they? Literally.
They certainly have. They really should have got that York City game played a few weeks ago, and they didn't put any. Team showed no effort whatsoever to get that game played, because City weren't in as good a state as they are now back then, and Boreham Wood were flying. It may come back really to bite them on the backside when City go there in 3 weeks' time. Manchester City are now 3 goals up on Fulham. Erling Haaland has got 1 to add to Semenyo and O'Reilly.
Wow. That can't
Crystal
be long
Palace
gone.
2 up on Burnley, a double for Jurgen Strand Larsen.
Wow. He needed a goal or 2. He's got them.
Only 2nd and 3rd of the season, I think, aren't they? You wonder how much that was due to playing in that, for the first half of the season, that abysmal Wolves side.
Yeah, it's amazing how poor they were, isn't it?
Yeah. Look a lot better, actually, now in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Hunt, across the left-hand side on his own half. Gives it to Johnson. Boateng. Williams. Back to Boateng. Boateng round the corner to Hunt. He turns away from his man but still goes back towards his own goal. Alex Hunt recycles it to the left-hand side to Mark Kitchen. Infield it goes to Johnson. Kitchen back to Mail. City just content to keep hold of the ball, trying to entice Hartlepool onto them to create space further upfield. Hunt again, back to Mail. Ashley Nathaniel George warming up beneath us here. Unsuccessful, pretty miserable 1-month loan spell at Hartlepool 5 or 6 weeks ago. Interesting to see Cam John and Tyree Sinclair, of course, they're both here. Both in their Hartlepool tracksuits. Cam John, big hugs for every single York City player as they came off the field from their pre-match warm-ups. He's so loved by everybody.
Yeah.
Lovely guys, Cam John. Just hasn't worked out for him. City, he went in short there to Pearce, did Mail, put him under all sorts of pressure, almost gave the ball away. Pearce was fouled from behind. Is it going to be a yellow card?
Referee's not even.
It wasn't a great ball from Mail. He put Pearce in danger there in the centre of the field.
Well, yeah, and Pearce knew he had to do something to stop the ball going straight to the Hartlepool player.
He's not. He's forgotten his cards, this referee. He's left them at home. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Not even a word.
Not even considering it.
To be fair, Mail put Pearce in danger there.
He did.
But still, it was a tackle from behind.
By Pearce getting fouled, he actually pulled Mail out.
He dives in as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he dived in a bit there, did Campbell. I think he's fortunate not to at least have a word. Johnson is bouncing balls, tried to get it back to Mail. Mail controls it. That wasn't great from Johnson at the back. He gets it back on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Nice little ball to Boateng. City struggling to get it clear as the press is on. Newby, Boateng. Boateng a little drag back, and now he clears down the line but gives it away to Hunter. Hunter's header goes though straight to Kitchen. Newby outside of him, and he gives it to Newby on halfway. He allows 2 Hartlepool men to run past so he can come in field. Across to Williams it goes. Lacking a little bit of pace though, allows everyone to get back. Williams gives it to King and then gets on his bike, provides the overlapping run. King will go in field instead. No one's tracked Williams. King forward to Pearce. Pearce will now turn and go back to Alex Hunt. Pearce spins off and goes into the centre, but the ball goes to Boateng. Boateng now to Johnson. Everyone inside the half that Hartlepool are defending. City 1, Hartlepool 0. Alex Newby with the goal. Hunt comes forward inside right, goes wide right to King, level with the edge of the penalty area. He'll run at his full-back. King comes in field, gives it to Hunt. First time crossing from him, not dealt with first time in the box, and then it's put behind by Ben for a corner kick to York City.
Yeah, what Alex Hunt's done there, he hasn't really spotted anyone or picked anyone out. He just put the ball in viciously into a really awful position for the defender. He had to deal with it, and he's won the team a corner by virtue of whipping that ball in.
Yeah, safety first defending, wasn't it, by Ben on that far side. Didn't know what was behind him. As you rightly say, Hunt just put it in first time, try and catch them off guard. Yeah,
put it into a good area where the defenders have got to defend. I don't know if you heard the rendition of, I think it was it Gold? Earlier on from the south stand. Very impressive.
The referee wants a word here with a couple of players that are pushing on the edge of the area. Coogan and Johnson. Who's that taking the corner kick from that far side? Is that Jeff King's gone across to take it?
King, yeah.
The referee's still having a chat with Coogan, mainly.
King has taken on set-piece duties, hasn't he? You think it used to be Batty or Hunt. And King's just come straight in and taken them.
And it comes now. It's a loopy high one round the back. It's going to go all the way out for a goal kick, I think. At this near side, it does. Not great.
I was trying to tee myself up with, and that's why.
Well, Boateng took the one from this side.
That's why he shouldn't be on him. Oh well. Never mind. He has been good recently.
He has. Maybe dropped off from his usual high standards on Saturday. He started off a little bit sloppily again today here, actually, as Jeff King.
Yeah, but he has come back like a different player, really, because he didn't settle early on, did he?
No.
He's come back with a real confidence about
Good
him.
header from the goal kick by Williams. McNally sends it forward, intercepted by Boateng, gives it to Hunt, who skips away from his man. Well played, Alex Hunt. Spreads it to Newby. Little dink ball over the top to Kitchen, who's running forward down the right hand side. They've got past Ben. Kitchen tries to send it forward, but that's intercepted on the edge of the penalty area by a Hartlepool defender, and now they have it on the right hand side. Well played by Boateng to get something on that, but it still falls to Reed in the centre. He goes back to his defenders, and Coogan tries to get past Josh Stones. He's under a bit of pressure and does really well there, Max Coogan. Gives it now to Campbell infield to Sharon to Miley, who's got some space on halfway, moves it across this left hand side to Luke Charman, the former Darlington and Rochdale man. He's almost rugby tackled there by King, but he gets away from him. Got out the tackle, didn't he, there, with rugby coming here tomorrow night in the Super League.
Yeah.
And York City have a throw in as the ball deflects into touch on this near side.
Sharon jumps in. He jumps into a tackle there. Luckily, Gray just rode it. He got nowhere near him, but there was a certain level of intent.
Yeah, that's not a great clearance from Williams. Gives it away to Daly. He goes in field to Miley to Charman, who's got room on this left hand side to come towards the edge of the penalty area, and he'll get a cross in, and it comes brought down in the box. Done well there. Daly gets the shot away, and it deflects behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, they've got an element of danger about them, Hartlepool, when they're attacking. They're certainly going to keep City's players on the toes tonight.
Certainly are on this right hand side. Yorkie the Lion trying to encourage the South Standers to make a bit more noise.
He does a good job, doesn't he?
He does. He's gone across to have a word in Miley as well here. Look at him pointing. Hey, time wasting, he's saying, looking at his watch, but not much time wasting going on here, and they don't want a time waste because they trail by a 1-0.
Yeah.
There's a signal gone out though, because he's bounced that ball twice before putting it down in the edge of the quadrant. Miley swings it in underneath the crossbar, and it's nodded into the back post. Free header. Harrison Mail couldn't get there. He was blocked off. Referee gave nothing, and it's put into the goal by Alex Reed, I think that is. And it's 1-1.
I mean, it's a decent corner, but the height we've got in our defence, I think, should be dealing with that. I'd like to see the replay, but it's right underneath the crossbar. And Hartlepool it looked like they just maybe wanted it a little bit more. That's not I might have got this wrong. I'm not sure it's the best defending in the world. From a very good defence.
It's McNally, actually, who gets above the defenders. Boateng's his man. Boateng doesn't get off the ground.
No.
I don't think there's a foul in there.
No.
That's a poor defending all round from York City. McNally gets the equalising goal.
If you're Hartlepool, you say that's a well-worked corner, but I think that could have been defended better from York City. I've got to be honest.
His second goal of the season. And it is level at the LNER.
That's the standards York's defenders have set. You know, we expect them to deal with balls like that. It was a good ball, don't get me wrong, it's a good corner, it's in a good place, but it's 50-50 who wins it, and unfortunately for City they came out the wrong side of that 50-50.
Yeah, really poor all around that, really poor. Boateng, who played his part in that goal.
You can't say Hartlepool don't heck.
Forward to Reed, he's held up now by Johnson. It comes across to Charman on this left hand side. Luke Charman comes forward to the edge of the area, sent back out to this right, the York City right, and it's sung in by Miley. It's over the head of Kitchen, round the back, good save at his near post once more from Adam Campbell by Harrison Mayle, and it's just kept in play by York City, and they clear their lines. That's a couple of good saves he's had to make as well, Harrison Mayle, as well as the goal that Hartlepool have got here tonight at the LNER.
That's a great save from Harrison Mayle. He just kept his team, he's kept his scoreline at 1-1 with that save.
Newby, that's a nice ball across his near side. No, it's not. It zips off the surface and it goes into touch for a throw-in. Yeah,
you can't genuinely say that Hartlepool don't deserve to be level, because it's been a very even sort of game. I think both teams have had chances, both teams are playing well. It's a good game for the neutral. For York City, we don't want to be saying that. We want to be the better of the two sides, and I think City have got to raise it a little bit, because Hartlepool they've had a little bit of encouragement and they've taken it.
Throw in then. Halfway inside their own half for the away team on this near side. Down the line it goes from the goal scorer McNally. Flicked infield by King. Hunt goes back to his goalkeeper Harrison Mayle. Mayle into midfield, back it goes to Hunt. Hunt tries to feed it to Newby, but it's intercepted. Been sloppy with the passing as well, City, a little bit here. Saw Stuart Maynard a second ago just telling his players to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Hunt will now spread it out to this right hand side. King's in acres of space, will bring it down. Got men in front of him as well, Jeff King. Into the centre it goes to Pearce. Pearce with his back to goal turns and will send it back to this right hand side to King. Pearce wants it back down the line. Instead it goes infield to Hunt. First time ball into the box again into the arms of the goalkeeper. Yeah, he's done the same thing again there, Alex Hunt, hasn't he? He hasn't looked, he's just tried to whip the ball in. This time he didn't get it right, he just put it straight into the keeper's hands. But yeah, City have got a game on here. You know, Hartlepool have come with a plan, they've come to attack us. Campbell, ball over the top, looking for Reid. He goes into a challenge with Johnson. Referee doesn't give anything and it goes behind for a corner kick off Johnson. Third corner kick for Hartlepool United. Yeah. And it's Hartlepool fans that you can hear right now. They think their team are on the cusp of something. Well, Miley's gone across again. Surely this one goes under the crossbar again. They did the last time. There we go. City's fans are back in the game. They're back in the room. And they allowed it by virtue of having double the amount of fans in there. This one will have to be an outswinger though from Miley. The referee's wanting to have a word with Alex Hunter. Alex Hunt speaking to Gary Elphick there about something, that they're concerned about something in the goal mouth. Number 19, I think. And it comes now, drilled in this one. Free header, heck. Good save, Harrison Mayle, diving away to his right hand side once more. He got up above everyone that time, did Hunter. Stones gets it and gets past Coogan. Held up now on this near side is Stones. Gives it infield to King. Superb. King, across it goes to Boateng. The break is on for York City. They've got men forward here. Hartlepool getting men back. Boateng to the left hand side to Newby. Newby can play it down the line to Boateng. Boateng picks up left hand side of the penalty area, puts the roll in, deflects to the edge of the box, back to goal. Kitchen needs someone to lay it off to, has to go back up towards halfway to Johnson. Hartlepool now do have everyone back. Newby on the left, trying to come in field on his right foot, gives it to Kitchen, and Kitchen tries to lead that to Boateng. Comes off the Hartlepool man in the tackle, and that'll be a York City throw in, level with the edge of the penalty area. 1-1. That's another very good save from Harrison Mayle. You'd expect him to make it, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it was going in. That's a good save. He's helped his team out again there, and Josh Stones on hand getting the ball out of and away from danger. City under the cosh a little bit. Very suspect defending though from another set piece, Ian. Or is it just good
attacking play from Hartlepool.
Forest Green have equalised at Rochdale. 1-1, I'm hearing.
Oh, wow.
Infield it comes. City giving away possession. The break's on now for Hartlepool. Reed into the centre for Miley. Miley, well played. Jeff King got back in there and won the ball back for City. Gives it to Alex Hunt. So 1-1 between Rochdale and Forest Green. 1-1 here between City and Hartlepool.
Yeah, these are the nights you got to. If a chance comes, you got to take it. So City know we've got to win this match.
Again, it's a walking pace in the centre circle. It's frustrating some of the people around us. Hunt gives it to Williams. Williams back to Johnson. And Johnson's gone back to his goalkeeper. Here comes the board. 2 minutes goes up on the board. Mail down the centre, long ball. Looking for Stones. Stones and Coogan again. Stones in the penalty area, trying to get the better of Coogan. The referee says Stones has fouled Maxim Coogan.
I think he did. All those hands all over the place. Not sure whose hands were on each other, but
you can see why it was given.
The referee will always give that, against the attacker.
Pearce is asking the referee why, and the referee just shrugged his shoulders as if to say, well, what option did I have?
Yeah.
Coogan's taking his time. He's taking his boot off. So the referee should be adding a load of time on to the 2 minutes here. Now he's putting his boot on and has to tie the laces. We have to wait for all this to finish before the goal kick can be taken or the free kick, can be taken. Ben Brooks comes out of the dressing room already wrapped up to get onto the pitch at half-time to do some warming up. The referee's just telling everyone, pointing to his watch, saying, you are wasting time here. I will add this on, so we'll see. We've now played one of the additional 2, and the ball hasn't been in play for that 1 minute. Cleared by the goalkeeper, and then there's a foul by Johnson on Reed. And it's a free kick to Hartlepool, 20 yards inside the York City half, just left of centre. So too far out to have a shot, but decent position to put a ball into the box.
Yeah, and the balls in the box have caused City problems, certainly from corners. And it seems to be Lewis Miley who's on the ball again. His deliveries have been good. They've been a good standard.
Right.
A few nervous people around here at the moment. Me being one of them.
Miley, deep ball into the box. Good header cleared by Williams. Newby back up against his corner flag, wins York City a goal kick. It remains 1-1. We've played the additional 2, but there should be another 1 added on to this. Johnson goes looking for a ball. Jogs across, gives it back to Harrison Mail. Mail places it on the edge of the 6-yard box. Lets Johnson give it to him, and then he plays it out to Alex Hunt. The referee will allow play to go on. Hunt to Johnson at the back. One final attack potentially here for York City. Hunt will go long down the centre of the field, looking for Gray, who seems to be around the back of McNally, and he is in the penalty area. Has to find a York City man, not really been involved, Gray, and he gives away possession there. Into touch it goes for a York City throw-in. Not the greatest game yet, has he? Oh, the referee blows 30 seconds in to the additional minute. 1-1 at half-time. Alex Newby with a 20-yard belter into the top corner, half followed into the top corner, didn't give the goalkeeper any chance. Then a free header, poor defending from a set piece, a corner, equalising goal for Hartlepool just before the break. But 1-1 is possibly fair. Ian Dunn, what have you spotted?
No, just Williams has gone into towards the tunnel, and there's a Hartlepool player in him. I don't know if it was a friendly bit of banter or not, but there's a bit of a shoving going on there. It's been an even. Hartlepool have played well. The bottom line is they've played half decent. City maybe not quite at full pelt just yet. It's been a good half for the neutral. From City's point of view, he's going to have to start defending better from corners against this team, because they're putting good deliveries in and they look dangerous every time they get a set piece. So there's things for Stuart Maynard to work on in the half-time break. But yeah, City playing their part in what has been a decent half, David, but decent at this stage of the season, and when your main opposition is potentially going to drop points, isn't enough.
Work to do for York City. They need to win this game at the break here at the LNER Community Stadium, Pete. It's York City 1, Hartlepool United 1.
Launching Super League. Launching the Super League season
on BBC Radio York,
the home of York Knights.
Through again, Johnny Thompson still going. Hingado! Hudson's got the ball down. The Knights are in again.
Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
We didn't come here to make Super League. We came here to be a club worthy of winning.
Oh, Galliano's away down the left, floating ball. Look at that pace! Oh!
We're up for the challenge.
getting you closer to your club and every game live.
Come on the night. BBC Radio York Sport.
Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
It's BBC Radio York Sport. Pete Spencer here taking you through half-time. Second half commentary to come of York City against Hartlepool in the National League with David Ward and with Ian Dunn. But at the break, it's City 1, Hartlepool 1. And Alex Newby's half volley from outside the 18-yard box, giving City the lead before Rhys McNally equalised from a corner. Hartlepool have had a couple of dangerous chances, and Harrison Mail has had to make 3 good saves now from the visitors here. So all square here at the LNER Community Stadium. I'll run you through some of the other scores at half-time. We'll get to the National League shortly. As it stands, though, it is Rochdale 1, Forest Green Rovers 1, still playing in injury time at the end of the first half. Elsewhere, though, starting with the Premier League, Aston Villa 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Manchester City 3, Fulham 0. Goals in that one for Semenyo, for Nico O'Reilly and for Erling Haaland before the break there at the Etihad. Nottingham Forest 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2, Burnley 3. 5 goals in the first half there at Selhurst Park. Sunderland 0, Liverpool 0 is in its infancy, just 21 minutes in there at Sunderland. Elsewhere in the Championship, just one game this evening at half-time. Charlton Athletic 0, Stoke City 0. 2 matches this evening in League 2. Grimsby Town 0, Accrington Stanley 0, and Swindon Town 0, Newport County 0. In the National League, Aldershot Town against Southend United was postponed earlier in the day. It's all square between Boreham Wood and Yeovil Town at 1 goal apiece. Brackley Town 0, FC Halifax Town 0. Rochdale 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. As I said, is still waiting for the half-time whistle to go. Disaruve with the opening goal for Rochdale after just 2 minutes before McAllister equalised in the 43rd minute. And also all square here at the LNER Community Stadium. No goals this evening in the National League North. There is a game going on further down the footballing pyramid, though, in the West Riding County Cup, where Knaresborough Town are currently drawing 1-1 away at Route 1 Rovers. Now, there's been some breaking news in the last hour or so. Barrow have sacked head coach, I should say, Paul Gallagher, and his assistant head coach, John Welsh, following their 2-1 defeat away at Shrewsbury Town. And Barrow have moved quickly to appoint the former Burton Albion manager, Dino Marmaria, as their first team coach. And Harrogate Town, of course, go to Barrow next Tuesday night in a massive game in the battle for survival in League 2. And also, let's look ahead then to tomorrow night here at the LNER Community Stadium, because it's set to be a historic night as York Knights embark on their first ever season in Super League. They will host the opening game of round 1 against the treble champions Hull Kingston Rovers. There will be plenty of new faces for the Knights fans here to see them make their competitive debuts. Australian prop Jack Martin is back though for his second full season at the club and says playing in Super League is a dream come true.
Yeah, it's exciting on a personal level, and then I guess as a whole club too. I get to live out like a childhood dream, and then the club gets to create history as well, being in the Super League for the first time.
How aware were you of sort of Super League growing up? Was it something that was on the radar, or was it always sort of, based on where you were living, obviously, was it all about the NRL, and how aware of Super League were you?
I wasn't too aware, to be honest. The only sort of time I heard about like the Super League was when the NRL would be playing like the World Club challenges, but yeah, I never really followed it, I guess, or heard too much of it, apart from when players were getting transferred over to Super League or signing deals at the back end of their career sort of thing, or but yeah, didn't hear too much of it.
But obviously, having had the experience in the UK last year with the Championship, you're one of the players that have fought hard to get to the club to where they are at this moment in time. How much pride do you sort of take in that as well, in the fact that you've got or helped get the York Knights to where they are today?
Yeah, no, I'm extremely happy with like the role I played in to us, I guess, getting into the Super League. And now that we're here, I just want to be putting my best foot forward to be a competitive team in the Super League for us.
14 new players in the squad, I think it is, but a healthy contingent of Australians and players from the Southern Hemisphere as well. How was the group sort of gelled and settled in together?
Really well, actually. It's always a bit worrying when you get, that many number of players, fresh players in, wondering how long it's going to take for these boys to gel, etc. But I think, after the first, 2 or 3 weeks, we're a pretty tight-knit group, and I'd trust any of these boys out in that field.
You were so successful in the championship last season as a squad. Mark Applegarth has talked about how you're sort of drawing a line under last season and moving forward now. Are there things that you can take from the campaign last year and sort of build upon?
There's always something to take away. I think, Mash should have touched on, drawing a line in that sand, and like this year being new comp, new season. But just, the success we had, I think that'll always be in the back of our heads and how good that felt. And then we'll be trying to replicate that as best as we can this year.
And I guess more recently, what can you take from the first outing, I guess, in competitive outing from that win up there at Barrow? It was certainly, a hard-fought victory. Yeah,
definitely. They pushed us, Barrow. They've always been one of those sides that just won't go away. And, Barrow is always a tough one. When it was down to 12 men too, it was tricky at times. But, coming away out of Barrow with a win, it's definitely going to be good for us leading into this week.
I don't think you can probably repeat what Paul Vaughan said when he saw the state of the pitch up there at Barrow. But for players like that have had to sort of come through what the championship players have come through, did that bind the squad together? And was that another bonding experience for the squad?
Yeah, definitely. The field was the same for everyone. Everyone was going to be playing on the exact same field. It wasn't going to be different for either side. So we knew what we had to do. We just had to get in, get the win and get out, no matter the conditions.
So looking ahead to Hull KR now, you go into this match very much as sort of underdogs, not a familiar position after being such a dominant team last season. How do you look ahead to the challenge of Thursday night?
It'll be a tough one. They're obviously the treble winners for a reason, but I have full faith in the boys that we've recruited, the boys that have stayed on from last year, how I've been training, that, we'll definitely be pushing them.
And as a young player coming into this now, Mash had touched upon it in his press conference. How do you go about sort of regulating the emotions? Obviously, it's a big occasion for the young guys, and you'll be looking to lay down your marker as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time coming, I guess. I just want to go out there personally and just do the best I can for the side and just prove to myself that I deserve to be at this level, and then just replicate that each week.
And there was a lot of talk when Paul Vaughan was signed as a sort of marquee signing at the start of the summer. That I think that was the point where Andy Atkinson had put the tweet out and said, well, what's the future like for Jack Martin? And you very quickly said, I'm not going anywhere on social media. What's the relationship been like, the working relationship with you and Paul? As players that play the same sort of position in terms of prop, I know he's on one side of the pack and you're on the other side of the pack. Has he been able to help you in that process of what it's going to be like once you get to Super League? And has there been, I guess, likewise learnings that Paul can take as well? Yeah, definitely.
He's got a outstanding resume, and for someone of his caliber to come in, for me as a young middle, just picking his brain every day and where I can better myself. And obviously, he's new to the squad, so him just asked me little questions throughout the training sessions. But it's been massive for me and the other young middles just to be bouncing off Varney and just taking what he says and putting it into training, I guess.
I know the crowd at the LNER was almost like an extra man at times last season, and the group from the Championship campaign had such a great bond with the crowd as well. How important do you think they could be on Thursday night? It's going to be some atmosphere.
Yeah, no, they're enormous for us. Like you said, they definitely are our 18th man, and we definitely hear them when we're out there. So the more York fans we have packed out in the stadium come Thursday night, the better.
Well, that is Australian prop Jack Martin. A reminder, we've got full match commentary of York Knights against Hull KR on all frequencies and online via BBC Sounds tomorrow. Kickoff is at 8 o'clock. We'll have a bumper build-up starting at 6 p.m. Georgie Spanswick will be bringing you a late breakfast show from outside the stadium talking to fans, soaking up the pre-match atmosphere before an hour of build-up here inside the stadium with myself, Andy Atkinson, former York Knight Jimmy Elston will be joining us on commentary. If you're not coming to the game, BBC Radio York is the place for your rugby league fix for what is set to be a historic night for the club. Well, the teams are not too far away from coming out for the start of the second half. Our York City commentator David Ward is alongside me. David, I'll read you a tweet that we've had in from Graham, who's in the Scottish Borders, talking about the centre-back pairings, and he says that's what happens when you don't play Callum Howe, from Graham in the Scottish Borders. A little bit tongue-in-cheek with the pre-match conversation we were having, but they have looked a little bit defensively frail at the back, especially from those set pieces.
They have. I'm not sure how much you can put it down to Callum Howe not being there from that set piece, because it was Hiram Boateng who didn't jump, whose man got above him. None of the centre-backs. Listen, they're all decent players, aren't they? I think that's probably a little bit unfair on the players that are playing tonight. I don't know if Callum Howe would have made any difference at all to that goal that York City gave away. It did come from the messing around with it at the back, giving the corner away. I think that will be Stuart Maynard's a gripe of Stuart Maynard's as well. If they weren't as taking so many chances at the back as they have done on a couple of occasions tonight, maybe that goal could have been avoided.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how Stuart Maynard may change things around. He may decide to stick with the team. Certainly he doesn't tend to make any changes until about the 60-minute mark, so we'll keep an eye on that. Doesn't look like there's any changes to the 11 as the players make their way back out on the field. So York City have been sent out. We're still waiting for Hartlepool United to make their way out of the tunnel away to our right hand side here at the LNER Community Stadium as the players go about their warm-up. Josh Stones is having a conversation with Joe Gray in the middle of the park. Josh Stone's a real handful at the for these Hartlepool United defenders, and in particular a real battle going on at the back between Stones and his opposite number, David. It'd be interesting to see how that one transpires throughout the rest of the half.
Yeah, I think Josh Stones has got the better of Maxim Coogan, to be honest, at times in that first half. That was something I think that City will try and utilise in this second period. They just need to have a little bit more of a cutting edge. They haven't really created a chance in open play, have they, Ian Dunn, who's now joined us back at our seats here?
Like I said, City they've played well. They've played well, but Hartlepool have played well as well. We have come to the time of the season. It's the trust the fans place in the team. We're now expecting more, and I expect more in the second half. They've got to start creating chances for our strikers, and we've got to tighten up a bit at the back. We've got that in us.
Well, it will be York City to kick off. The teams are back out and the referee has the ball in his hand. In fact, we're just going to have a change of new balls, please, as a new football is found with this multi-ball system. So time for second half commentary of York City against Hartlepool United. We'll hand you back to your commentary team of the former City striker Ian Dunn, but first David Ward.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, as you said, no changes at half time. City: Mail, Kitchen, Johnson, Williams, Newby, Boateng, Hunt, King, Pearce, Gray and Stones. Hartlepool: Hayes. Then they are playing with the three centre-backs. So at the back it is McNally, Coogan and Hunter. Ben and Daly are the wing-backs. In the centre of midfield are Nathan Sherrin, Jamie Miley. Then it's Campbell, Sharman and Reid. Just waiting for the ball to return, which it finally has done. The referee checks his watches. One on both wrists. Crowd trying to get involved. And away to our left-hand side. It's York City shooting towards the south stand in this second half. They need a goal. 1-1 at half-time between Rochdale and Forest Green. 1-1 here too between York City and Hartlepool United. It could be one of those nervy Wednesday evenings. City get the game back underway then. Gray gives it to Newby. Kitchen just about keeps that in play on this left-hand side, sends it forward, trying to turn the Hartlepool defence. Hunter will keep that in play by his corner flag and try and win something for his side. He scuffs it only as far as the edge of the penalty area, and Boateng will give it to Hunt. Hunt encouraged to shoot by one of the gentlemen behind us, but he has a man in front of him, so he decides not to, and City feed it out to Newby on the left-hand side. Now to Boateng. Newby can't get it past Campbell, and the away side will get their first touch of the half. They'll come forward. Nice spread ball there for Miley, but Williams will get on the end of that and be able to play it back to his goalkeeper Harrison Mail. 1-1. And City need to find something a bit extra, I would suggest, Ian, in this second half.
They do, yeah, and I'm sure that's what Stuart Maynard will have demanded of his players. He's a demanding manager. The players will demand more of themselves as well. It's been a good game. This is it's just we want more, don't we? We want more from York City, and I think we'll get it, hopefully.
We'll become accustomed to more.
We have, and we mustn't get too complacent.
Hunt to Boateng. Boateng will drive forward on the right-hand side. Gives it to King. City have got men forward on the edge of the box. King has to go back to Hunt. He's put under pressure by Reid. Williams, and City will start again from halfway with Johnson. Johnson across to Hunt. Hunt. Kitchen provides a forward run. No one's tracked him into the penalty area. It's over his head. Intercepted at the back by Hartlepool. Only as far as Newby, though. Newby on the edge of the penalty area. Tackle comes under him. Ball gets away from him to the frustration of the South Stand. Hartlepool scuff it clear as far as Johnson. Hunt, bit of pressure, bit of territory at the start of this second half for York City. King, right-hand side of the penalty area. He'll come in field. King. Tackle comes in on him, and it's won back by Hartlepool. Now they can come forward on the break on that left-hand side with Charman. Charman up to Hards halfway. He's got Campbell outside of him if he wants to use him. He gives it to him now. Now a dink ball through the centre. Intercepted, though, by Johnson. And City will get it back.
Yeah, Hartlepool found himself with his one striker running at 4 defenders there. He was never going to get on anything, never going to get beyond the City defence.
Ball fed back to Harrison Mail. As your mate Bionic makes his way back up the stand here with Guy Mowbray and Paul Saki. Mail again is able to bring the ball out at his feet, good 20 yards out of his penalty area, and then goes long looking for Stones. He turns it on his chest infield to Pearce. Pearce tries to lift it over the top. Newby in the edge of the area, goes to ground. Referee gives nothing. I think that was 50-50 as well. Newby's on the ground holding his back, and then Hartlepool go forward, and Reid's brought down. Is he his last man? No, easy for the referee and the linesman not to give a decision. And to be honest, to be fair to Reid, he didn't really complain about it. The Hartlepool bench more than anyone were complaining.
Yeah, the referee was right there. I think Alex Newby actually got it wasn't a foul, not implying it should have been a foul, but in the penalty box he got shuffled in. I think it looks like he's damaged his hip or dead leg
or back.
Yeah, maybe he definitely got caught. Totally unintentional, but it's never a nice one if it's on that hip bone.
Well, he's getting treatment now from the two York City physios. Josh Stone comes across to have a bit of a moan about something to Stuart Maynard. Ollie Banks is up and warming up on this near side. What colour are those boots that Ollie Banks is? I was going to say got on, but he's just taking them off, and then he's belting them against the
pearl and pink, or just mucky white and pink.
It's like when my son used to come home from doing rugby or football at school, and they never clean the boots, and you get home and you bang them against the floor or the wall to get all the mud out the studs. That's what Ollie Banks has just had to do to his boots.
No, it's the pitch maybe.
The pitch isn't as good as it has been.
No. It is,
this last few weeks. I know that's a lot to do with the weather and the conditions, but
there's a lot
rugby
of
back
patches
tomorrow as well. It's not going to be
rugby's
much
tomorrow
better
as well, so the pitch is going to take some stick, but there's a lot more brown patches than there has been recently. It's almost like they cut the grass to an inch of its life. An inch, I wish. A millimetre of its life. And it just looks, you can see the brown coming through.
And there's a Leeds under-21 game here as well in the next few days before York City.
Wow.
Next play here, a week on Saturday.
Heavily used pitch. We need some sunshine.
We're not going to get any.
No.
Newby is up and he's walking off. It is his back. Fourth official comes across to check on him and have a word, possibly to say, just remember you're not allowed on for 30 seconds. Come and stand with me on halfway. And the referee is slowly. How long's this stoppage been? We'll now play 15 minutes, at least 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Drops the ball at the feet of Alex Hunt and play gets back underway. So City down to 10 temporarily. Kitchen again provides a forward-looking run, but he's not spotted this time by Hunt. Now drops back into his natural position on the left-hand side of defence. Newby has a bit of a joke and a smile with the fourth official. Johnson, Hunt. Hunt comes over halfway once more. Drive through the centre of the field, unopposed. Alex Hunt. Now the press comes on him, but he has enough time to turn and give it to Johnson. Infield it goes to Williams. Boateng. Back to Hunt. To the right hand side to King. King back to last man Zach Johnson. Newby is back on. City back up to the full 11. Hartlepool everyone back behind the ball. Johnson to Gray. Back to Johnson. How do you get more out of Joe Gray tonight?
Well, you've got to get the ball to him for starters. He needs the ball into feet so he can affect the opponent. He's not had enough of it tonight.
Hunt chips it forward, looking for Kitchen, who's forward, headed away by Hartlepool at the edge of the area. Newby tries to get there first, but it's cleared by the away team.
There was a hand on the back of Kitchen for a moment there, but it wasn't enough, nowhere near enough. Even Kitchen didn't go down, it was that fleeting.
With the Super League starting tomorrow, the electronic scoreboards are back now, and will stay at the LNAR Community Stadium.
Looks great, doesn't it? And if you want to get your name up in lights, this is the place to do it.
Hunt, nice ball to right side to King. King can send it into the middle. Over the head of Pearce it goes, just behind him. Hartlepool are able to scramble it clear, and then Hunt pulls down his man on the edge of the box.
I think Ollie Pearce missed that. I think the ball went past the front of his head, I might be wrong. Again,
I thought it was just behind him. We'll have another look in a second.
The standards he sets.
Alex Hunt could have got a yellow card there. I'm telling you, he's left his yellow cards at home.
Yeah. Well, at least he's consistent on both sides.
For the pull back as the break was on, the referee gives the decision, but not the card.
Interesting to see how this ball goes in. It's a good ball in,
I think it's over his head.
Just over his head.
Because he knows he's not going to get there.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper clears from the free kick onto the head of Johnson. Picked up by Stones on halfway and tries to turn his man, and then sends it down the right hand side. Can City keep it in play? They will do. Coogan follows the York man over there. McNally, is it? Coogan? One or the other. City take a quick throw in. King edge of the area, encouraged to shoot. Takes on the shot, and it's just over the bar from 21, 22 yards out there.
On his left foot. He's good with both feet, isn't he, Jeff King? He's always rising. He's probably never going in, but at least he's given us a bit of a new. And he gets the crowd involved as well. Decent effort from Jeff King. He really is good with both feet, isn't he? For a right back. And he's got that ability about him.
Goal kick then.
Oh, it's not far away.
Hayes takes.
Oh, wow.
Downfield, Hartlepool win the first ball, and it bit of a ricochet, and it falls to Miley. Tries to send it down the left hand side, rebounds back to his feet. He goes back to McNally, who got the equalising goal. He gives it to Max Coogan. And now across this right hand side to Hunter. Ben gets tackled by Newby. Back it goes though to Hunter. Campbell down the line to Sharon. Ben back to Sharon, nice little triangle, and he plays it down the line well again to Ben. Boateng gets back. Now in field to Campbell, who'll spread it across the left hand side. That's a nice ball across the left hand side. And they come forward. Good tackle on the edge of his own penalty area though by Jeff King. He's got no one in front of him apart from Josh Stones, so he's going to have to run.
And 6 Hartlepool defenders.
Yeah. Run down that far side, which he eventually gets caught, and the ball goes into touch for a York City throw-in. Back it goes to Ollie Pearce.
Yeah, right now, this game feels like it could go either way, doesn't it? Neither team is really excelling against the other. I think York maybe had more of the ball. They need to start making some opportunities.
Newby, that comes off Ben last. Is it going to be kept in field? No, it doesn't. It goes behind the corner flag, but just the wrong side of the corner flag as it went over the line. So that'll be a York City throw-in a couple of yards away from that corner flag. Yeah, they've got to find Ollie Pearce in the box. They've got to get Joe Gray a little bit more involved in this game. The York City.
They do. Otherwise, there'll be a change.
Well, Gray will be the change.
Yeah,
the first change, you would have thought.
And it'll be Ben Brooks.
Newby.
Potentially. Ollie Banks, of course, on the bench as well.
Johnson.
There's an option.
Hunt to Stones. Tackle. Good tackle on him. And now Hartlepool are breaking forward. Good tackle in the centre of the park, though, by Gray. Brilliant against his former side. But then he's given the ball away as he tries to come forward. And it's the white shirts again on that left-hand side. They've got men in the centre as well. But they've gone all the way back to Ben on halfway. Ben, that's a nice ball. Infield, intercepted though by Boateng. And then Newby gives it back to Kitchen. Boateng. In front of the empty half of the West Stand. Completely empty, the West Stand overflow tonight. And a block and a half. Or possibly the best part of 2 blocks, actually. If you look at the last far corner underneath the scoreboard, is only partially populated by Hartlepool fans, and these two over this near side are the same. Goes across to Jeff King, edge of the penalty area. Down the line, he gives it in field to Gray. Now back to King. King can get a crossing, but he gives it to Boateng instead. Boateng, 25 yards from goal, into the penalty area to Williams. Tries to turn his man, and he wins York City a corner kick. 11 minutes gone now in this second half.
Bit better from City as well, and then in and around the 18-yard box of Hartlepool. Intricate football, trying to find gaps. And again, it's Williams up in that 18-yard box, playing like a striker there, getting the ball into his feet, holding it up and winning a corner.
Boateng will take this corner kick. City's first of the second period, third of the game. In-swinger with his left foot. The goalkeeping coach is out giving the instructions. Boateng goes short to King. It's straight to Campbell. King does somehow manage to get a toe on it. Boateng now swings it into the middle. Header. Williams should have scored. He's put it a good 15 yards wide of goal from about 2 yards out, centre of goal. He got above Reed, who was marking him, but he couldn't direct it on goal.
50p head, wasn't it? He just got it all wrong. Absolutely bounced off the wrong part of his head. He's done well to get on the end of it. It's a great ball in from Boateng after what was essentially a pretty poorly worked corner. They got away with that, City, and then Boateng whipping it in. And yeah, Williams always looked favourite to win the header there, but yeah, he's just got it all wrong.
Bad miss.
Yeah, so that's got to go down as a chance, hasn't it? Oh, he's got up above the defender as well.
Ball downfield, arm in the face there of Mark Kitchen. Accidental from the midfielder, the Hartlepool midfielder. And the free kick's given that Boateng takes quickly to Hunt. City wanted to get this game back underway. 1-1. Ball forward. Stones just makes something of that one. There was nothing really to make of it. Nicks it off McNally. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt to the right hand side. To King. King left footed into the box. Stones! Oh, it's gone wide of goal! Free header, Josh Stones, centre of the 6-yard box, and he just didn't get enough on it.
It's a huge chance. It's a huge chance. What a ball in. Was it King again?
Yeah.
With his left foot. What a cross. And he's just inviting Josh Stones to get on the end of it, and Josh just couldn't quite steer it into the bottom corner.
Pierce was coming around the back as well. He didn't know whether it was going in or not, so he left it. I don't think he could have got on the end of it.
Yeah. It's coming. It feels like something's coming. City are certainly in the ascendancy here. And what a lovely ball. Oh, my word.
It just doesn't get enough on it.
No. Yeah.
Goalkeeper clears. 1-1 it remains. Johnson wins that header. Hartlepool send it forward. Who's that come off last? Mail has to come across. He's going to let it go behind. Who's it come off? Hartlepool want a corner. The referee says goal kick. Well, Harrison Mail was pretty confident, but I wasn't, and the Hartlepool players weren't either. They thought it was theirs. Newby to Boateng. Boateng, that's a nice ball to Gray. Gray, can't fit it through, but it falls nicely to Hunt. Now it does go through to King round the back. King in the penalty area, right hand side, brings it on his left foot, takes the shot and blocked on the line. Goes behind for a corner. It had beaten the goalkeeper. What great last-ditch defending that is again from a Hartlepool man. I think it's Hunter at the back, and he keeps the scores level.
Jeff King again down that right hand side, cutting it on his left foot, and he's cleared off the line. Just a foot off the line there. Great effort from Jeff King again, who is flying right now.
City trying to turn the screw and get that second goal. King now over the corner kick. Raises both arms, right-footed, dinks it into the penalty area. Stones beat into that in the air by two Hartlepool players. They head it clear. Hunt will pick it up on this left-hand side. He can play it down the line if he wants to Kitchen, which he does. Kitchen turns, has Newby down the line, but he'll put a cross in, deflects, loops up into the box, bounces in the area. Pierce back to goal, being held up. Yeah. Good defending again from Hartlepool, and they clear their line. So on, then it's picked up. City leaves themselves 1-on-1 with Charman. Gray didn't want to go and tackle there. He had an opportunity, but it was a split-second opportunity. But now they win it back to York City with Gray. Gets past Sharon, pulled back. That has to be a yellow card. Gray still got it, surely. Here's your yellow card, referee. You have remembered it after all. Nathan Sharon is the first man to go into the book.
Yeah, about time. The Hartlepool keeper's done the old go down with no one around him at all whatsoever. Just to try and take the sting out, because he knows that York City, it feels like there's something coming, and the keeper's just trying to kill the game a little bit.
Here comes the call him the large Hartlepool physio, because the goalkeeper's gone down in his penalty area with the ball nowhere near him.
Yeah,
tactical sub, so Hartlepool can get on some instructions.
Yeah, well, they're hanging on at the moment. City are definitely knocking all the doors at the moment, and the keeper's gone down as they do. Try and take the sting out of our game.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. But City are doing everything, almost everything right. They're asking all the questions right now. Can they seal that deal?
Here's the attendance. 6,511. Only 623 from Hartlepool.
Wow.
So he gets, well, I've got to say he gets treated, but he's not. He's just sat up having a drink as the goalkeeper. There's not even having any treatment. Not even trying to make it look as though there's anything wrong with him.
And the thing is, everyone on that pitch, everyone in this stadium knows that the referee can't do anything about it. Terrible.
Yeah, it is very, very frustrating. It's almost as frustrating as in a fantasy Premier League having your player substituted on the 59th minute.
And another one.
Nunez.
Oh my word.
Ian's having a shocker for those that play.
Howler.
Goalkeeper is up. Physio's having a bit of banter with the south stand. He has a bit of a banter with supporters on social media as well, does the Hartlepool physio. You can search him out on there. Look at him. Used to be the Darlington physio as well, so he's been here a few times.
City fans appreciating it. That's nice. Good touch.
Anyway, play back underway. Hunt, edge of the area, dinks it into the box. Headed away by Coogan, scuffed clear now to Kitchen. Kitchen to the left-hand side of the area, to Newby. Newby will run at his man, gets the cross in to the middle. Flicked away again by a Hartlepool head. Pearce can't get on the end of it, and now they will clear. Reed's back there. He gives it back to Campbell, and it's sent forward. And the tackle comes in, and Reed will give it to the man who's picked up that first yellow card, Nathan Sherron, the Hartlepool United captain. And they move it now across to the left-hand side.
I think Pep must play fantasy football and they're not on his team.
Across this right hand side. Yeah, Pep Roulette in full flow tonight.
59th minute.
Sherron on this right hand side. Back it goes to Hunter. Hunter across to Coogan. Now across the left hand side to McNally. McNally into midfield, and now they play it forward, intercepted. They're almost through there on that far side. Good interception by Jeff King, who's upped his game in this second half. And he picks it up in the centre circle. There's a man who spent the first half of the season on loan at Borehamwood, and Borehamwood leading now Yeovil Town by 2-1, and Yeovil down to 10 men in that game. Rochdale still 1-1 with Forest Green. To the right hand side for Gray. Gray's got 2 men up against him, and he just runs into trouble over there. McNally gets the better of him, and they have it with Charman. He goes back to McNally. McNally again back to his goalkeeper, who clears into touch just inside the York City half of the field. Stuart Maynard with 64 minutes gone now is now thinking about making the changes. Turns around to his bench, sends the S&C down the tunnel to go and get something. Batty's out warming up, Brooks is out warming up as we speak, but still no sign of any York City changes. City have it at the back. Johnson has a running style very similar to Dan Parslow, to Zach Johnson. Gets it back again. Does Johnson into midfield to Hunt. Back once more to Zach Johnson. Back once more to Hunt. Newby hugging the left-hand touchline on halfway. Across it goes to Boateng, but it's sloppy. Boateng couldn't get on the stretch, and he's lucky that Newby was there right on the touchline because it gave him time to get back and retrieve that ball for City.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there. Very unlike Alex Hunt.
Hunt once more can now drive forward to the right-hand side to Gray, but it's a poor first touch from Gray, and the ball just bounces off his foot as he tries to control it, and he's lucky to get a throw in.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy few minutes here for City.
Ollie Banks is about to come on.
That's not a bad substitute to be able to bring on in the 66th minute.
Boateng to Newby. It must be for Gray, I would have thought. Newby comes in field. Still a little bit frustrating, isn't he, Joe Gray?
At times he can be electric and frightening. He's just developing in his game.
Not scored since he got that hat-trick after coming on as a sub against Aldershot back in November.
Yeah.
City have it on the right-hand side with King. King to the corner flag. Digs out across. Finds Newby, but all he can do is cushion it into the middle. Stones goes to ground off the ball under challenge from Coogan. Referee says nothing happening there.
I think it was just clumsy from Coogan there, to be honest. I don't think he intentionally brought Josh Stones down. Josh unhappy, as you'd expect.
Hayes plays the ball on the floor and then clears down the left-hand side. One in the air by Hartlepool. Infield it goes to Campbell. Campbell down the left now to, I think that's Miley over there in the distance. Banks still waiting to come on into the centre of the field. Hartlepool deep cross. We've got a man over at the back post, headed back into the middle, picked up by Reid, takes on the shot, good save by Harrison Mail at his near post. Defender didn't get tight enough, I think it was Johnson, allowed Reid to turn, and he swung his right foot at it, and Harrison Mail makes another really good save down to his bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, just another reminder of how dangerous Hartlepool can and have been this evening in that final third, and what a save again from Harrison Mail.
And it is Banks for Gray. Gray sprints off on this near side to allow Ollie Banks to get on. City have the corner though to defend.
Yeah, just not quite clicked for Joe Gray this evening.
Rochdale now leading Forest Green by 2-1. City need a goal, and they need to keep the back door closed here. Miley again on the corner kick, drills it deep, headed clear by City. That's a good header clear. Now it's picked up by the white shirts in the centre of the field. Campbell spends it back to this right hand side to Miley. Got mud all down his left shoulder on his shirt. Sent back in from deep by Campbell into the middle. Almost. They won the initial contact. The shot then comes in. Harrison Mail into the side, netting from 18 yards out. They're getting closer, Hartlepool.
They are. And it was only 5 minutes ago that I was saying that it looked like City were on the cusp of something, but Hartlepool they've sort of fought back. It's a little bit like a boxing match here. One throwing one punch and the other throwing the other, and City just have to. I'm not sure what they're missing tonight. They're not creating clear-cut chances as such. I think you've got to pay credit to Hartlepool for that.
Sutton down to 10 at home to Braintree and trailing by a 0-0. City out at the back then. Williams to the right-hand side to King. He can come forward and slows it down and goes back in midfield to Hunt, who's got space to spread it across his left-hand side to Newby, who's in space. He'll run at his defenders to the edge of the area. Now he puts the ball into the box. Can't beat the first man. It's headed clear as far as Johnson. Johnson inside right goes to the right hand side to Banks for a first touch. He can put a ball into the middle all the way across 6-yard box. Oh, great ball in, great defending again in the centre of 2 yards, centre of the goal, 2 yards out, right in between the defenders and the goalkeeper, and it was headed clear at the back post by Hartlepool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to contradict myself a little here by saying, a minute ago I said that we haven't created many chances, but when you think about it, Josh Stones had a header. We had a
Banks throwing taken. Banks into the middle. Stones tries to win the header. Finds Pearce. Pearce says it's pulled down. Nothing given by the referee. I don't think there's much in that either. I think Pearce is looking for that soft, if that's given. Not going to get those tonight off this referee anyway. He's not made a decision all evening, has he? Really?
No. But yeah, we've had two cleared off the line, and Josh Stones missed a header. So
well, Mike,
they're trying.
Let's see what happens here. City come forward with King on the right hand side, edge of the area. King still got it. Needs some help. Got Banks behind him. King decides to chip it in instead, and he can gather under his bark. And Hayes should have gone to Ollie Banks, who's behind him. Don't know if he get a call. I think in the post-match interview there will be reference to the amount of balls into the box that City have put in tonight from Stuart Maynard.
Well, there has been a lot, and we've come close.
Hartlepool coming forward down the left-hand side. They can put a ball into the York City box. It's defended well by Morgan Williams, but goes behind for another Hartlepool corner kick.
Yeah, it's too much back and forth, isn't it, for our liking, I think, and for Stuart Maynard's liking. Hartlepool are certainly hitting us on the break and causing problems.
They certainly are. Right, so corner kick then from the far side. Going to be an in-swinger, just like the goal was down this near end, this south stand end. Raises both arms, and it comes now. It's the same corner as well to the back post. This time it's slightly overhit and goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, they've tried the very same corner, haven't they? It's just a little bit heavier boot on it there. Never really troubling City's goal.
Johnson takes the goal kick to Hunt on the edge of the penalty area. Hunt will come forward over halfway to the right hand side. He gives it to Banks. 70 minutes gone, 20 left for City to find a goal. King back to Banks. First time ball comes in deep into the middle. Stones wins the header back across goal. Can't direct it on goal though, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
he was just pinned, and I think he actually headed it on the way down. He jumped and he was almost landing when it hit him on the head, and he couldn't direct it in anywhere that was threatening for City.
Hartlepool are going to make a change here. Charlie Caton, the striker they've signed on loan from Accrington Stanley today, played here for Chester a couple of years back when City played him in the FA Cup, I think. He's going to come on for a Hartlepool United debut in place of Alex Reid.
Yeah, Hartlepool showing the hand here. He's got another big lad, Caton, isn't he?
Substitution for Hartlepool United. Number 35, Charlie Caton.
He's on the goalkeeper, not showing much interest though in taking the goal kick, bouncing the ball in his arms, catching it, now places it on the left hand side of his penalty area. Yorkie behind him giving instruction, no doubt. He clears right footed over halfway, looking for Caton. He ends up leaving it though. Johnson wins the header, and it's picked up in the centre of the park by Ollie Pearce. Pearce goes back to Kitchen. Kitchen goes back to Mail, and he's caught there by by Campbell.
Yep. Actually, Mark Kitchen just dawdled on the ball a little bit too long there. I think that, I think Campbell was you'd expect him to challenge.
Ben Brooks has just taken his snood off. Does that mean he's about to be the next change? I think he is.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Kitchen sends it forward down the centre of the field, straight onto the head of Hunter, who's done well playing at the back, to say he's not used to playing there. Williams wins that header, sent forward on the volley by Hunt. McNally, who got the equalising goal, clears, and City pick it up again on halfway. Hunt has to run past the referee, gives it to Stones on the edge of the area. He tries a return ball to King, who's in around the back on the far side. Cross comes in, and they get fortunate. McNally got the ball stuck under his legs, right in the middle. It just ricocheted between the two of them, a yard out from goal. Pearce was waiting behind him for a tap-in.
Again, it's close, isn't it? It's so close for City. They really are knocking on the door, but
knocking on the door without making the goalkeeper work at all.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, it's ending scruffily. Like there, I think it was Coogan or McNally. It hit their feet and stopped the flow of the ball.
It's a performance going back 2 or 3 months actually, where this happened quite a bit, especially here, didn't it?
Yeah.
Where City had all the possession, or lots of possession, so not had all of it tonight, and they're creating chances without actually putting any finishing touch on it. Do you feel as though the goal's coming at the minute?
They're creating opportunities. It's like opportunities, and they're not really solid one-on-ones or chances.
Ball around the corner, nice ball. Caton can't get on the end of it, and City win it back. Kitchen will take it down the line, looking for Stones. Coogan comes across. Stones is badged off by Coogan. That has to be a free kick, referee. How could he not see that? How can the linesman not see that?
Nobody.
And he's given the throw in as well to Hartlepool. Shocking from the referee. He's been absolutely shoulder barged off the pitch there as Josh Stones by Coogan.
Unbelievable.
Surely the fourth official can help him out here, the linesman.
Absolutely rotten. Coogan's just took Stones out there, because Stones got ahead of it, got to the ball ahead of him and took him out.
He's got a big smile on his face, shaking his head, the referee, but that's terrible.
I don't know why he's giggling or smiling. He wants to wipe that off his face pronto, because it's a horrendous mistake.
Kitchen's giving the ball away, but the touch from Campbell is too heavy and it goes through to Mail to clear first time. Stones could be his last action of the game coming up here, because he hobbled away from that challenge. He's still hobbling actually in the centre of the field. Batty's stripped, Brooks is stripped.
Well, you do that in the street and you're taken away, aren't you? That he's literally took Josh Stones out mid-flight. Dangerous play.
Williams to the right hand side to King. King back to Banks. To King. King has to go back to halfway. It's soft as well, it's slow.
Oh no.
And now it's been intercepted by Hartlepool. They're going to run through on goal. Can Johnson get back? They've been forced wide left. Johnson does really well. Brilliantly from Zach Johnson. And they're going to be able to clear their lines of City, but Jeff King put them in awful trouble there.
Yeah. Johnson looked second best right up until the death then. He just used the experience he's gained at a young age, and he just out-muscled the Hartlepool player, thankfully, because he was one-on-one and through.
Hunt across to Newby. So we've got Batty and Brooks ready to come on down this near side. Hunt once more in the centre of the field. Hartlepool 10 men behind the ball. Manages to find Banks. Banks first time to King on the right hand side. He gets the cross into the box. Pearce tries to get across his front post. He can't. It's intercepted by Hartlepool. And has that been kept in play? It has been kept in, but it's a poor clearance. Straight back to Banks, who tries to put a cross in, and this time it does deflect behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, the City fans doing all they can to urge the team on. Do you feel a goal coming? You feel there's something brewing.
Here come the changes.
Can they get it boiling?
Once the fourth official, of course, has got his board working. Watching the Carlisle Scunthorpe game last night, the fourth official there had a shocker with the board as well. Right, who's going off here? Who's that gone off behind the goal? That's Jeff King, isn't it, who's gone off over that far side?
Yeah, and I think he
Hunt,
thought he was about to take the corner.
Hunt. So Alex Hunt comes off, Dan Batty comes on for him, and Brooks for King.
I'm sure Brooks will be left.
You're right. Brooks is taking the corner kick.
Yeah.
Does that mean Newby goes across the right once the corner's been taken?
Oh, he'd have to, because I'm pretty sure Brooks is definitely a left-sided player.
They're going to make a second change as well, Hartlepool. In comes the corner from Brooks, whipped into the box, into the arms of the goalkeeper. No one challenged him.
No one on the keeper. It wasn't a bad ball.
And now there's a pull on the goalkeeper as he tries to clear. And Hartlepool will now make another change.
Yeah, Jeff King had a good game in my eyes. I thought he looked threatening as an attacker. He can be happy with his work tonight. But I also understand the manager wanted to freshen things up and try and change things around.
Stones looks absolutely shattered.
Yep.
But they can't take him off because they need a goal. Gavin Holohan is about to come on here for Hartlepool. Back once more it goes to Nick Hayes. At the back.
Feels like they've had 11 different players come on. You just get, every time you look across there's a sub coming on.
We only had one as well before now. It's only the second change.
It's just me then. Must be.
Who's coming off here? It's Charman who's coming off, isn't it? So Holohan's coming on. Same from Crawley just last week. And he eventually gets off this near side, which he has done now. Aston Villa have taken the lead against Brighton. Tyrone Mings with a rare goal.
Oh, I heard it was Jack Hinchwood own goal.
Batty across this near side to Kitchen. Now it's back to Dan Batty. What a night for him to get his first goal this would be. To Kitchen, pings it out to Kitchen, who brings it infield. And we'll have to go back to Johnson. Johnson back to Batty. 10 minutes to go. Plus a lot of injury time. 1-1 BBC Radio York. Brooks infield to Boateng. Boateng again back to Batty. He'll swing it in right-footed. Too deep though, I think.
Oh, isn't? Oh.
Peels as the York City man flies in at the back post for a penalty. Again, nothing happening there. Newby that was. So Brooks has come across the left-hand side. He's the left wing back. Newby is on the right-hand side. The goalkeeper cleans his studs to waste a few seconds again on the post. And places the ball down again on the edge of his 6-yard box.
We could do the big 10 minutes here. Get the fans, get going. Get the atmosphere raised through the roof and try and urge City.
10-man Yeovil have equalised at Boreham Wood.
Wow.
2-2 in that game. Downfield, Johnson with a commanding header in the centre circle. Far side, that's good from Newby. And he goes back to Kitchen, who can come forward, gets a round of applause off João Alves on this near side. Kitchen, inside left, goes wide left to Brooks. Brooks puts the ball in, a deep on goalkeeper starts to come, then goes back, Stones over his head, headed clear to the edge of the area to Boateng. Not a great layoff from Boateng, it manages to find its way across though to Newby. Now to Banks on the far side. Banks puts a cross in, headed clear once more by Hartlepool United. Picked up on that far side by Banks once more. He has to go back to halfway, and now City have it with Batty in the centre. He tries to give it to Kitchen. Kitchen lays it off to Brooks. First time ball in again from him. It's overhit. Goalkeeper comes and he's able to gather.
Yeah, Ben Brooks, that one wasn't as good as his one a couple of minutes ago. But City are putting that ball in the box. So many crosses have gone in there.
Campbell lays it off to Sharon, the captain. Still the only man to have picked up a yellow card tonight. Campbell down the line. That's a lot of Caton to run after that. Johnson tracks him well. Gives it back to Harrison Mail. Mail to Batty. Batty across to Williams. And then back across to this near side to Johnson. Still 1-1 it remains. City just not being able to put their finishing touch to 2 or 3 really good balls into the box in this second half. They lay it down the line now to Banks. Banks will put a ball into the box.
That's
Pearce
good.
flicks it to the edge of the area. It's put forward by Brooks, who skies it from the penalty spot. The challenge came in. Maybe it did enough to put him off. And Brooks, who got his only goal for York City against Hartlepool United, can't find the back of the net this time.
I don't know if I saw that right, but Mark Kitchen was running just behind Brooks. And I know it's asking a lot. If Brooks dummies it, King's in. Kitchen is in. That was my take on that one. Ben Brooks on his right foot, probably never going to hit that target from there. It's a great ball in from Banks.
It's a good ball in, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if Brooks leaves it.
Would the defender
Maybe the defender would have got there. Yeah.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
He had to take it on, didn't he? I think Brooks. I don't think you can criticise him for that.
No.
One back by Dan Batty at the back. He gives it to Brooks. Oh, Brooks could have gone forward, but he turns back to the frustration around us. Johnson now to Batty. 7 minutes to go plus injury time. He tries to dink it forward to Stones. Stones will hold it up on the edge of the area, does really well. Gives it to Kitchen. Stones needs to get in the middle. Kitchen puts the ball into the box, headed clear by Max Coogan. Across the far side, and it's picked up by Williams. Williams to Newby, who opened the scoring in the first half. He'll try and put a ball in. He does, but it's a poor ball. And it's easy for Hartlepool to get rid.
For all his qualities, and he has a lot of them, Alex Newby just... His final ball at times, just, you've got to beat that first man or just be a little bit better.
Batty to Banks. Again on the right-hand side. Again, he puts a ball in into the middle. Intercepted by Hartlepool at the back. And they clear their lines once more. But they're getting deeper and deeper here at Hartlepool.
Yep.
Just hope they're not going to find a breakaway at some point in the final 7+ minutes. Batty gives it to Kitchen, who didn't want it actually. He put his hands down as if to say, don't give it to me yet, but he did. And Kitchen will now put the ball in into the middle. Stones goes down off the ball looking for a penalty again. The referee's not going to give that. That's good play from Hartlepool in the centre of the park. Brooks then wins the tackle for York City. Gives it to Batty. Batty to the right hand side to Newby once more. He'll drive forward to the edge of the area. Goes to Banks outside him. Banks puts the ball in. Boateng scores! Hiram Boateng with the header, got above his man and he looped it into the back of the net. Into the corner it goes. They tried to clear it off the line, but it was too high for the covering defender. Boateng gets his goal. York City get their goal. York City 2, Hartlepool 1.
I'm just looking around at our colleagues here, David, and everyone's sort of collectively breathing a huge sigh of relief at that nestled into the top corner. That's a great header from Hiram Boateng. But it's that man, Ollie Banks' delivery has been superb since he came on, and that ball in was priceless. And Boateng's header, even better. Wow, he has put that in the top corner.
I need to see it again, because it may be a brilliant header.
It's a great header.
But when I first saw it, I thought it might have come off his shoulder, and that's why it got the loop. I've not seen the replay. I've missed the replay. So it may be a brilliant header.
Yeah.
But there was something about it. It didn't fly into the net.
No. I thought it was a brilliant header on first
Well, it's
glance.
got whatever it is, it's brilliant because it found the back of the net.
Banks' ball is pinpoint. It is beautiful. It's saying head me.
Yeah, I think it is a header.
Yeah. Wow, what a header. What a goal.
It's not a bullet header.
No.
It's more like a cushioned header that manages to get enough elevation over the defender to loop in and drop under the bar.
Yeah, he knew what he was trying to achieve. He's got it absolutely bang on there. Hiram Boateng, after his man of the match performance on Saturday. I might just propel him to another one there.
That's his third goal now of the season for Hiram Boateng.
That's so important. So important. Honestly, I'm looking around and there was the sucking the air in, breathing a sigh of relief that City have broken this resolute Hartlepool defence down.
Well, they've still got to see it out because there's still 4 minutes plus a lot of injury time to go here. Ryan Fallowfield is ready to come on here. So is Sam Falarin, the former Harrogate Town winger for Hartlepool United.
I don't think this is a game where we can afford to sit back, you know. If you do, I think Hartlepool have got it in them to cause damage.
Kitchen can't get to that, so it's thrown to Hartlepool on halfway. The changes will now be made. Let's see who's coming off for Ryan Fallowfield. It's Alex Newby.
Yeah, and that probably makes a bit of sense. I know we don't want to sit back, but Fallowfield naturally defend a little bit better than Alex Newby would across there. More attacking right wing back coming off for a more defensive one.
Maynard wants a double change here.
Yeah.
Who else is he telling Ashley Nathaniel George to get sorted here? He's not ready.
Wow.
He's giving him the hurry up as Stuart Maynard. Right. Nathaniel George. Many thought we would never see him again in the York City shirt, me included, if I'm honest.
Who's he coming on for? Pearce or Stones, maybe? Because you want to weaken that defence, ain't he?
He's coming on for Ollie Pearce.
Ollie Pearce. Oh, he's not happy, Ollie.
He's not happy.
He's never going to be happy. But I think the manager's maybe got, you know, you don't want to sit back. He's had a quiet night, hasn't he? He has had a quiet night by his high standards. But yeah, fresh legs on the ball. He'll keep it. Nathaniel George will keep the ball moving.
It's going to be a triple change as well for Hartlepool. So Falarin.
Ollie Pearce just wants to play every minute of every game.
Falarin, Johnson, and one other we can't see because he's hidden by the one of the coaches. Once he gets his board sorted. Right, so the first change. 24. Farrell Brown comes on for Jay Ben. So that's a winger for a wing back. 15 and 9. Danny Johnson comes on for Jack Hunter at the back. So that's a striker for a midfielder. A midfielder has been playing at the back tonight. He looks a bit disconsolate as he comes off. And now Sam Falarin is coming on for 10 for 17. So he comes on for Adam Campbell. That'll be a like for like. Right. City lead by 2-1, 90 seconds plus injury time. Good luck Robert Havercroft now on the public address. Farrell Brown takes the throw in back to Coogan. Farrell Brown, he's on loan from Hull City, another youngster. Getting some game time and experience in the National League. Into midfield it goes, Falarin. That far side goes into touch. Throw into Hartlepool. Now the South Stand are in full flow. Full voice.
Great noise.
As Hartlepool knock it around at the back. Coogan, Sharon's filling in now at the back, at right back here, the captain. Hartlepool going to have a go, I would have thought, in the last few minutes here. They need an equaliser. Down the line it goes, intercepted by Williams. Bournemouth still 2-2. Rochdale still leading by 2-1 against Forest Green. And just like York City supporters will be disappointed if Rochdale do win, if City win, Rochdale fans will be thinking the same. Just can't shrug York City off.
No. Sticking to our task.
City clear into touch, fire a deflection. That'll be a York City throw-in, 15 yards away from their own goal line, far side of the field. Alex Newby appears again from out the tunnel. So City with a throw-in in the right back position. 7 police officers at the back of the empty West End overflow, just watching the action, making sure nothing untoward happens when the full-time whistle goes and the 6,511 fans start to make their way out the ground. 10 minutes of injury time goes up on the board. Nathaniel George gets it, runs up towards the edge of the box. Nathaniel George is going to be tackled on the edge of the box, and he is. Should have played it out to Kitchen on this left-hand side. Now it set up the break for the away team. On this right, Farrell Brown, that was a lunging tackle from Boateng. That should be a yellow card for Hiram Boateng, and he's going to get away with it. Well, to be fair to him, he's done it for both sides.
Yeah.
But that was a right hack by Boateng.
Yeah, rash. I think he thought there was more danger than there actually was there. Nathaniel George is suffering from that. You know, when a sub comes on and your legs go to jelly. You know, he's only been on a few minutes, but his legs looked gone.
Downfield it goes. One in the air by Caton. City win it back though. Boateng, Batty, Banks around the corner. He's asking a lot of Stones, who's been running all night. I don't think he wanted that there, Ollie Banks. And the white shirts can now come forward, but City will get it back with Kitchen, Batty, Boateng. Nathaniel George, you need to get on your bike. Boateng sends it down the centre. That's straight though to one of the defenders. McNally gets there first and is able to clear. In the centre of the goal, centre of the ground, Johnson, he loses out. Boateng does well. To the right hand side once more to Banks. Stones leaving themselves one-on-one at the back here, but now it's going to be picked up by Brooks on this left-hand side, edge of the penalty area. Ben Brooks, Nathaniel George, gives it to Nathaniel George.
He doesn't want it.
He looks as though he's just wandering around, having a bit of a daydream, is Nathaniel George.
I know what's happening to him. His legs have gone. He's only come on, but his legs have gone to jelly. He's not got up to the speed of the match.
Played through by Brooks, intercepted at the back by Hartlepool, throw into York City.
It's almost like he's out of breath.
Yeah, and I don't mean this in the way that it sounds, but he looks disinterested.
No, it isn't. He's
I know
just,
it's not. I know he's not disinterested, but he's wandering around as if he's
it's a horrible
struggling
feeling.
to get any momentum.
Yeah, can't get the air in. Legs look gone. Looks like he's played 120 minutes, not 20 seconds. It's not a nice feeling. I've been there myself, but that's exactly what's happening to him. Right, the moment he came on, when he tried to run with that ball and just almost fell over on it.
Brooks then with a long throw into the penalty area.
He needs to take a deep breath and stretch off.
And it comes now. Well, he wasn't ready to come on, was he?
No,
Maynard was telling him to get sorted.
Probably the problem.
Coogan sent to the penalty area, just about gets it clear as far as Brooks. Brooks to the left-hand side to Nathaniel George. What's he going to do this time? Drags it back, goes to the byline, does well this time and digs out a cross. Headed clear by Hartlepool. There's no one there in a red shirt at the edge of the box, and Kitchen pulls his man back on the edge of the box. And that'll be a free kick to Hartlepool at the back. And again, the referee doesn't give the yellow card when he could quite easily have done.
I think every other game we've seen this season, the referee gives the yellow card there, doesn't he? So he has been absolutely consistent
so
with both
lenient.
sides. Yeah,
he has been so lenient as this referee tonight.
Yeah. Which, do you know what? You know, from a bookings point of view, it's good to see.
It was Diasarue who got Rochdale second earlier on in the second half, so he's got a double. A former Hartlepool man. Trying to do. Across this near side, intercepted again. This time by Brian Fallowfield, I think that is, who heads it into touch. Hartlepool take the throw in back to Sharon. He goes back to halfway to Coogan. Liverpool have taken the lead at Sunderland in the Premier League. Virgil van Dijk with that goal. Hartlepool on the left-hand side. Down the line it goes. Going to be kept in play down there as well by Johnson. And they win the throw-in to Hartlepool in long throw territory, if they've got anyone, but they've gone back. Clearly not. Trying to get the ball back in play as quickly as they can. Miley, tackle comes in on him from Boateng. And Coogan has it in the centre circle. Nathaniel George can't get there in time. Miley can play it downfield. Laid off to Sharon. Nathaniel George does well to get back in, slow down the move. Coogan across to McNally. Now to the left-hand side. No one's over there. He's going to have to get across his Ollie Banks. He'll get there as quick as he can, and he puts the ball into touch for a throw-in. We played 4.5 of the additional 10 minutes here on BBC Radio York. And we won't get Stuart Maynard tonight, live on air, I wouldn't have thought. So that'll go on at BBC York Sport as soon as we can get it on after we've recorded that this evening. And it goes behind for a Hartlepool United corner kick. Sixth of the match for the away team. City need to concentrate here. Need to jump, need to mark their men. Everyone look at them in that 6-yard box. That's where this is going. That's where they're going to try and put it. This one's more loopy, and it's cleared as well from the York City head. Josh Jones, I think it was, who got his head to that, and then City try and play it down the line, but they can't keep it in field. There's more loop on that corner, badly directed, and then Stones gets into a bit of a tussle here with McNally, shoves him away again. It could be a yellow card, or it is a yellow card for Josh Stones.
Didn't need it.
His 7th of the season, so he's still 3 yellows away from a 2-game ban, is Josh Stones. McNally back to Sharon on halfway. City got everyone back. It's going to be launched forward by Hartlepool down this right side. Oh, they left the man across this near side free. He'll come in field, will Brown. Good tackle, Nathaniel George.
Yeah, really good tackle.
McNally. They've got the better here of the York City defender. Oh, then that's a hack from Brooks. That'll be a yellow card now for Ben Brooks.
Yeah.
And a dangerous position to put another cross into that York City box.
Yeah, he just felt there was too much danger approaching that 18-yard box, Ben Brooks, and he's a bit rash. I think there were defenders back there defending.
Boreham Wood now leading. By 3-2 against the 10 men of Yeovil. Sutton United have equalised against Braintree with 10 men. So free kick, Miley. City need to clear this just outside the penalty area on this right hand side. They set up a 2-man wall. The red light of a camera behind the goal shines bright. The electronic advertising hoardings back tonight and for the season now, with the rugby starting tomorrow. And it comes into the middle. It's still covering it, and it's gone to the net. They didn't deal with the ball into the box, and at the back post there was a Hartlepool man there to fire it into the top corner. Hands and head from the York City defenders. It's 2-2, and it could be 2 vital points dropped.
So disappointing. There's another ball into the box. They've caused problems from the set pieces all night long, and they've scored 2 goals from them. I'm not sure.
And there's issues between the two benches here as well. Maynard and Featherstone having a bit of an argument between the two. Carry on.
Yeah, I just think. At first impressions, it felt like it could be defended better. You know, win the second balls. You can't have a ball bouncing in your own 6-yard box and not have a defender put his foot through it.
Charlie Caton it was.
So frustrating for York City. We're in the 98th minute now as well.
Was that Zach Johnson? I think they've just given the man of the match to.
Yes. Which won't make him any happier at all this evening. If City don't go on to win this match, and what we're in now, 98 minutes. Yeah,
this is 2 minutes, possibly 3 minutes. You would have thought, maybe best part of 4 minutes. But yeah, what a blow that could be for York City.
Yeah, it feels like a hammer blow unless City can turn this around somehow.
Batty at the back sends it forward. Kitchen heads in field. Coogan's back there to send it forward. Boateng heads. Stones brings it down his chest. Stones lays it off to Boateng. Boateng can't feed it through. Hartlepool had lots of men back there. Now they can come forward on the break looking for what could be a winner. On the left hand side come Hartlepool. 2-2 BBC Radio York. 90 seconds to go. Back it goes to Miley in midfield, who's been good for the away side in the centre of the park throughout this game. He's got it again, is Miley. Rochdale win by 2-1. They've done their business. York City dropping points. The gap getting larger, getting bigger, getting wider tonight.
Yeah, big winners tonight at Rochdale, aren't they? If this stays at 2-2.
Yeah, team that's not been great, winning at Rochdale, taking a point at York City.
Yeah.
If this result stays the same. Maynard still arguing with Featherstone down here. Their 4th official just trying to stand in between the two of them. Mail has it. He'll clear long down the centre of the field. Coogan wins that header. Picked up by Boateng. Boateng shrugs off his man, sends it forward to Nathaniel George. Good first touch from him. Can he lay it into Stones? He can't pass really. Should have gone out to the far side, I think, to Banks.
Shall be too nice. Too intricate.
Yeah, too cute, wasn't it?
Yeah.
City have it though on the right hand side with Fallowfield who can come forward. Ryan Fallowfield dinks it off the defender. Corner kick, York City.
Come on, yeah, Stuart Maynard's waving to the crowd. Come on, get behind the lads. One big push here. There's a chance, there's maybe one more chance.
And there's 10 seconds of the added 10 minutes.
Yeah, well,
plus there should be more. Kitchen just checking with the referee how long there is. Alex Hunt's over this. Now is the time, Alex, to put in a decent delivery if ever there was one.
Is it Ben Brooks?
Is it Ben Brooks? Yes, of course, Hunt's gone off, hasn't he? Yeah. Brooks it is. Into the middle, and the referee sees a penalty. Penalty, York City! There's a foul! Coogan's been penalised. York have a penalty.
I didn't even see it. I did not even see it.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? York City have another penalty. Who's going to take it? Hunt's off.
Oh, heck.
Pierce is off.
It's got to be Banks, hasn't it? Oh, they're having a discussion right now between
Fallowfield's looking this way. Boateng, there's a 4 or 5 of them, and now Batty's having to. Fallowfield's having to push away McNally. McNally again is trying to get involved. Stones wants it.
Yeah. Come on, Josh Stones, if you're the man.
He's all over the back of him there. I can see why it's been given. Coogan, he got in front of him, did the York City player. I think it's Kitchen who got in front of him. No, it's not. It's Johnson, the man of the match. 29 who got in front of Coogan. Coogan pushes him over. It's soft. You don't regularly see them given, but it has been given. And this could be a season-defining kick of the ball in front of the South Stand.
Well, this changes everything. This can change everything. My word. York City have been given a lifeline here.
Do you know what? There's a slight push on the back of Coogan, and then Coogan clatters into the back. He will say it's because I've been pushed. The goalkeeper's on halfway, not in his goal. The referee should blow his whistle and let Josh Jones roll it into the back of the net.
Yeah. What is he obviously thinks this is mind games of some sort.
All those people that have left early, there are supporters looking back at the stand. They can't dare to watch. Hands on heads.
Come on, Josh Stones. Come on, lad.
Now the goalkeeper goes to try and put Stones off. Go, referee, what are you doing? You have lost control here. Look at the goalkeeper. There's pushing and shoving going on the edge of the area again from the Hartlepool players.
Deep breath, young man.
Come on, Josh Stones.
Nick, tonight about you. This is huge.
In the 13th minute of injury time, York City have a penalty, the last kick of the game, to take 3 points. Josh Stones, a former York City player, giving York City the chance to stay in this title race. There's the whistle. Stones, right-footed. The winning goal! The scenes, the limbs, all around us in the air. Stones runs to the bench. He jumps in the air. He punches the air. We're all on our feet. Everyone's on their feet, apart from the Hartlepool United players. It's going to finish York City 3, Hartlepool United 2.
Get in, Josh Stones. Never in doubt, was it? What a great penalty as well. What the pressure on his shoulders must have been enormous, and he has belted it. Oh, get in, City. What a win.
The referee's been flashing his yellow card while all that's been taken. I'm not sure who to. I think Ryan Fallowfield might have been booked in whatever's happened afterwards, but there was definitely at least one yellow.
Oh, what a night.
The 113th minute. York City that's going to wind everybody up when they all see York City have had another penalty. The yellow card's coming towards the bench here.
Julian
who is it who's getting booked? If it is
Maynard,
Maynard, he does have a one-game ban. It's not going to be Stuart Maynard. Who is it who's getting booked down there? It's one of the York City substitutes. It's Ollie Pearce, because he ran on to celebrate.
Oh, crikey, ref. Read the room. That's just an enormous moment in a football season. You've got to celebrate moments like this. Oh, my word. But that was about Josh Stones. He had to remain calm.
Hit it down the centre.
Yeah.
And that's the full-time whistle! It was the last kick of the game! York City out of nowhere! They have got that win! What a win! What a result! Take note, everyone! York City 3, Hartlepool United 2.
Wow, I'm lost. Julia, our co-owner down there, Julian, she's down there. Everyone is absolutely ecstatic. What a game, what a match. It was two teams having a right old go at each other, but City have come out on top, and that's what you do when you're a good team consistently. You manage to turn what might be 1 point into 3. They've done it. A little bit of help with the penalty, of course, but who cares? What a win for York City tonight. Wow.
Yeah, Julianne Ugler hugging anyone she can get hold of on the side of the pitch down there. Wanted to be in the centre of the action as the York City players and the Hartlepool players shake hands. They will feel incredibly badly done to win Hartlepool United. York City have the referee to thank for that one. There is a slight push in the back of Max Coogan. He then falls into Zach Johnson. The referee sees Johnson go over and gives the decision. 9 times out of 10, I don't think that gets given. York City will be so delighted. This is the 1 time out of 10 that it does.
Yeah, and everyone else, well, almost everyone in this stadium is feeling exactly the same way, David. That, if you're going to win a football match, that's the way to do it. But listen, huge plaudit to Josh Stones, you know. That was not an easy moment, but from the moment the penalty was given, he was taking that penalty. And my word, did he wrap it into the back of the net. And those fans behind the south stand, these around us, those over at the other end, absolutely, to a person, on their feet.
Julian Ugler jumping up and down to Rocking All Over the World.
Yeah.
The south stand is full. The referee's been booed off by the York City supporters, despite the decision that he gave York City at the end of that game there. Wow, wow, wow. What an evening. What a result. What a final couple of seconds of that game, Pete Spencer. York City get a very much needed 3 points.
We have the North Yorkshire stories you might not know about.
Wow, this is just incredible.
There's fact, there's fiction.
The hidden history.
I just imagine smugglers hiding in alleyways.
Charles Dickens visited him on a tiny little lane off York Estate.
The eerie legends.
The knight's horse became spooked, and as he was falling, he looked back and the abbot was transformed into the devil.
The secrets.
What do you believe? Oh gosh, you got me on the spot there.
Secret North Yorkshire.
It's just magnificent, some of these stories.
Search Secret North Yorkshire on the BBC Sounds app and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Getting you closer to your club and every game live.
BBC Radio York Sport.
Wow, wow, wow. What a night for York City here at the LNER Community Stadium as Rocking All Around the World still blares out of the speakers here. Everyone is on their feet in the south stand away to our left-hand side. The York City players are gathering with Yorkie inside the 18-yard box, celebrating a dramatic night here as York City have beaten Hartlepool United by 3-2. City, all the way back in the first half, took the lead. Half volley strike from Alex Newby. Rhys McNally headed home from a corner to make it 1-1 at the break. Hiram Botan then beat the goalkeeper with a looping header with 5 minutes to play. We thought that was going to be as all she wrote. Hartlepool United equalising deep into stoppage time. But there was a final twist in the tail for York City. Referee Declan Brown, who gave nothing all night, awarded City a penalty, a soft penalty, deep into stoppage time in the 113th minute for Josh Stone. So the last kick of the game. City keep pace with Rochdale and David Ward. What a night for York City as we take in these scenes in front of us.
Yeah, I've just been sent a video actually from a slightly better angle than the one that we have of the penalty. It looks more of a penalty from the one that I've seen. Max Coogan is all over the back of Zach Johnson. I still say that 9 times out of 10, because of all the tussling that goes on in the penalty area, you don't get given the decision, but I can 100% understand why the referee thinks there's enough in that to give the penalty.
Yeah, I've not seen it back, but there was a bit of arguing going on. City were sure it was a penalty, they were unsure. It doesn't really matter. The referee gave it, and Josh Jones wraps it into the net, Pete. This is what you come to football matches for.
And that's nerves of steel, isn't it? As for a striker in that position, your two recognised penalty takers have been sent off, but what a result! And that's some real kahunas on him, isn't it? Really,
that's the word, Pete. It's kahunas, because he had to wait as well. The keeper did everything. The keeper was halfway down the pitch. Their players were stamping all over the penalty spot, and Josh Jones had that ball in his hand. I watched him. He had that ball in his hand, and he had one thing on his mind: become the hero. And that's exactly what he did this evening.
And David Ward, we've talked about moments for Rochdale throughout the last couple of weeks. Is that a moment there for York City which could end up being defining in this title race?
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. City needed to win that game. They needed to win that game tonight. They needed to win that game, and that penalty decision at the end has allowed them to win the game. Without that, people would have been saying it's all over. I'm not sure it would have been all over exactly, but that certainly has helped York City.
Certainly. Ian Dunn, as we wait, and we're probably not going to get the manager, Stuart Maynard, on air before we go off air at 10 o'clock with those 13 minutes of injury time. What were your reactions and your thoughts when Hartlepool United get that equaliser? Did you think at that moment that it was a lost cause there for York City?
Yeah, I've got to be honest, everyone in the stadium probably thought it felt like a hammer blow, but you always know there's one more chance, and if York City can get that one more chance, especially when we got the corner, you're thinking, there's always, anything can happen from a corner, and my word, did it happen. The referees, I don't know, I've seen it back. David thinks it looked like a penalty.
The discussions going on around us in the commentary box are quite extraordinary at times.
I would take it absolutely all day long, but yeah, you know what, they've they've had to grind a result out here, Pete, tonight. It's I think both sides played good enough football. We expect more because it's York City at the top of the table, but that on any other season has been an outstanding performance. But we needed more tonight, but they've just found another different way of winning a match.
And David, you've seen far more this season of York City than I have, but it seemed like Hartlepool United were causing City all kinds of problems at points in the game. As Ian said in commentary, it was like a boxer. First one would have a go, then another. They were trading blows, trading punches, and ultimately it's York City that have landed that knockout blow.
I have to be honest, Hartlepool were better than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
I think City did help them with the goals that they conceded tonight.
Yeah.
The defending from the set pieces.
Definitely.
But I thought Hartlepool showed a little bit more intent than I was possibly expecting. I thought they were a little bit better than I was expecting from the set pieces especially. But that's what sides that are successful do. What York City did tonight.
Absolutely.
They didn't play to their best. They didn't play to their potential, and yet somehow they've managed to get all 3 points.
Yeah, I think kudos to Hartlepool. They came and had a go, and they've come up short in the end. But if I was saying to their manager, that's how you should play every week if you want to get results, because you'll get the right side of one of these on another night, on another occasion. But tonight it was York City. But I think they played well, Hartlepool, and they did. They surprised everyone in the house. But York City just had that golden moment. That's a golden moment in a season, that tonight.
It certainly is a golden moment there for York City, as the crowds have now emptied out to the streets of York around us here on this rather chilly Wednesday night. You can certainly tell when the 6,000 or so supporters all leave, because the temperature just absolutely plummets here at the LNER Community Stadium. There are a couple of players that are going to have to go through their post-match warm-downs, and we never like to see that happen, because you'd rather be in that locker room, in that dressing room, and keeping pace at the moment. A final thought then before we leave things here, Ian Dunn. A fantastic night ultimately for York City.
Yeah, brilliant. This is what you come to football matches for, and you have moments like these, in and around your lifetime, and that'll be one that a lot of City fans will remember for a long, long time, especially if we go on to get promotion this season, because that, on a night when Rochdale have got the points, to get that goal in the literally the last kick of the game, it can be a season changer. Absolutely outstanding night.
And it's really going to wind Rochdale supporters up, because even after the weekend they think York City get far too many penalties. When they see that's happened and the timing of it, City should get such belief from that. They really, really should get such belief for that. Fingers crossed that it can finally do the trick, and come what, the end of April, it does do the trick for them.
Well, Ian, David, thank you for describing the action so brilliantly for us here on BBC Radio York. That's as far as we go this evening. It's finished here at the LNER Community Stadium. York City 3, Hartlepool United 2. Goals from Alex Newby, from Hiram Boateng, and a penalty from Josh Stones deep into injury time. City keep pace ultimately with Rochdale, who beat Forest Green Rovers 2-1 tonight at Spotland. We're back on air tomorrow night. More live sport coming your way as the York Knights kick off their maiden Super League season against Hull KR. We'll be outside the ground tomorrow night with Georgie Spanzerwick, bringing you a late breakfast show from 6 p.m. before myself, Andy Atkinson, and former Knights hooker Jimmy Elston take you inside the Community Stadium for all the build-up before kick-off at 8 o'clock. Next up on Saturday, York City travel to Wealdstone in the National League. Harrogate Town travel to South Yorkshire to face Chesterfield, and Scarborough Athletic host Curzon Ashton at Queensgate Stadium. But from myself, Pete Spencer, and the rest of the BBC Radio York Sport team, it's good night from us. The Late Show with Becky Want follows the news at 10, but we'll leave you with the goals. Enjoy. Good night.
King will swing it in right-footed, Boateng left-footed. It's going to be King right-footed, and it comes to the middle. Good header clear by Reid, I think it was. Shot then comes in from Newby. It's a goal! What a finish from 20 yards! Alex Newby into the top right-hand corner. That is a peach of a finish from the former Altrincham man. Newby gets his 11th league goal of the season. York City take the lead after 18 and a half minutes. York City 1, Hartlepool United 0. Batty to the right-hand side to Newby once more. He'll drive forward to the edge of the area. Goes to Banks outside him. Banks puts the ball in. Boateng scores! Hiram Boateng with the header. Got above his man and he looped it into the back of the net. Into the corner it goes. They tried to clear it off the line, but it was too high for the covering defender. Boateng gets his goal. York City get their goal. York City 2, Hartlepool 1. There's the whistle. Stones right-footed.
The winning goal! The scenes, the limbs, all around us in the air. Stones runs to the bench. He jumps in the air. He punches the air. We're all on our feet. Everyone's on their feet, apart from the Hartlepool United players. It's going to finish York City 3, Hartlepool United 2.
BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Radio York.
and on your radio.
The sounds of North Yorkshire is
BBC Radio York.
At 10, with the latest BBC News, I'm Andrew Strachan. The former Prime Minister Gordon Brown has called on the police to interview Andrew Mountbatten Windsor in relation to information in the Epstein files. Writing in the New Statesman magazine, he also calls for an in-depth police investigation, claiming that details in the document show how Epstein was able to use Stansted Airport to traffic girls from Latvia, Lithuania and Russia. The former prince has always strongly denied any wrongdoing in his association with Epstein. A woman who killed her partner, cut up her body and buried it beneath her garden has been jailed for life. 40-year-old Polish woman Anna Podedvorna was yesterday convicted of murdering Izabela Zablocka in Derby in 2010. A statement from the victim's daughter read out in court said her mother's disappearance had left a huge void in her life. Detective Inspector Kane Martin led the murder investigation and says the case was difficult to work on.
What we found was truly shocking. I remember receiving the call when Isabela's body was discovered on that Sunday. I was expecting her just to be buried in the ground, and I say just, but I say that based on what we found subsequently. To learn that she'd been cut in half at the waist, and when you tried to contend with that detail in your mind, it's really quite challenging.
Well, the judge said she'll serve at least 21 years before being considered for parole. The Metropolitan Police says the injuries sustained by two boys in a knife attack at a secondary school in northwest London yesterday are serious but not life-threatening. A 13-year-old boy is being questioned on suspicion of attempted murder after the boys, aged 12 and 13, were stabbed at Kingsbury High School in Brent. This woman has a child of similar age at the school.
It's been devastating and traumatic for everyone, and I'm just, give love and support to everyone in the community, and I wish those two boys well, and I hope they recover fully and get the help and support that they need, which I think they will from this community.
The Dawson's Creek actor James Van Der Beek has died at the age of 48. He'd been diagnosed with bowel cancer in 2024. A man's avoided jail after his ex-cell bully escaped and attacked a woman and her dog who were out on a walk in East Tilbury in Essex. 27-year-old Danny Dodge was given a 12-month community order and must carry out 120 hours of unpaid work. The University of Wolverhampton is using the music of the Beatles to try to unlock memories of people with dementia. A study is looking at how sensory cues can trigger recollection. Megan Powell is the student behind the project.
Beyond the data, the event became a vibrant social space. People who'd never met before were quite literally coming together to share their stories, and it really created a sense of community and shared heritage.
And Oscar winner Morgan Freeman is the latest celebrity to be signed up by the bread makers Warburtons. The actor can be seen in the new TV ad to commemorate the Bolton Company's 150th anniversary.
What the hell's a crumpet?
It's a sort of delicious round baked thing with holes.
Like a bagel?
More holes.
How many?
About 300.
You Warburtons are crazy.
He follows in the footsteps of Olivia Colman, George Clooney, Robert De Niro, Samuel L. Jackson and Peter Kay. It's coming up to 3 minutes past 10. I'm off.